Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Proudly presents another episode of You Know What It Is, man. Comic book talk with friends on a Monday night. I'm your host, Leo Rockwell, for the 1-6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you're always up to date as to what we got going on over here on the channel, man. So we got a couple of things we're going to definitely talk about, man. We got a couple of things on the slate right now. Of course, you know, we got our artist of the week, Mr. Jomenez himself. We're gonna be talking about like a couple of different things, man. We got the Hulk, Imperial is incredible right now. Wonder Woman, absolute Wonder Woman. We're gonna actually be talking about here. Woman of Tomorrow. Looks like that's going to be scrubbed from the title for the next Supergirl film. We're going to talk about that as well. And on top of that, Wonder Woman, right now in production. And on top of that, well, not in production, but they're actually writing this right now. So it's the process of writing the script, getting a solid script. So we're going to actually just kind of go around table, say who is and who could pick up the mantle in the Lasso truth, and who do we think would be the best possible candidate. So we're going to talk about and a few more things, man. But I'm just letting y'all know, for real, today is Monday. So it will be my bad Monday. It will be my bad Monday. So we'll be talking about those things. But it's not just me by myself, man. We got the panel here, this incredible panel here with us this evening. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Y'all chilling?
Yo, James Gunn will not shut the fuck up, dog.
Bro, we're going to talk about it, bro. We'll talk about it.
Oh,
just hold it. Just hold it. Just hold it.
Hey,
about
Jay got my whole family saying trash, man.
J Dub, bro.
We talk about something and somebody in the backseat going trash. Just from one visit.
Crazy, dog.
We're gonna definitely get into that. We're gonna get into that and much more, man. But let's start off with something positive, man. How was everybody's Father's Day, man? Was everybody's Father's Day pretty good?
Father's Day was great.
Phenomenal, bro.
I got spoiled this time. I got some crabs. I got spoiled, man. The kids spoiled me. The wife spoiled me. Yeah, they had a gun with dog. So
yeah, I got a chance to spend some time with my daughter, man, and it was just a good day. It was definitely a good day. Yesterday for real. Spending with the family, man. V, how was the family, bro? Everything was straight.
Yeah. It was a low key day. There was extra, courtyard time. More time with people who called me daddy for different reasons. So
yeah. They call you daddy with the Z in the front. So
no Z yesterday. So it was an adjustment. But
okay.
Nah. It was a cool day. Got the breakfast. Got all the usuals. Weather was shitty this weekend, so we didn't do too much like running around. Just more chill, watching movies, just hanging out, just goofing off, and just kind of refresh the batteries because it's been prior week was crazy, and then this upcoming week is we got a lot going on this upcoming week. We got Friday we mobbing down to Philly to go see Star Wars Orchestra, and then it's my birthday on Sunday, so I'm trying to get everything I can get done this week out of the way, so that way I'm freed up for this weekend. So I knew that the previous week and the following week was going to be hectic, so it was a chill weekend, which was much needed. So I hit up my comic book shop because they were on vacation last week and got some pulls and got to catch up on some reading. So it was a much needed chill weekend. We took advantage of the bad weather and just stayed inside and just made the most of it.
Yeah, definitely, man. What about you, Jay? How was your Father's Day, man?
We had a blast, man. Like I said, I got spoiled. I got to watch the bracelet I wanted. The kids surprised me. Well, my wife surprised me with that. She owed me that from that damn ring. Got some crabs, hung out, man. But the weekend was dope. My boy Pop came through. We had a good time with the family, bro. It was that was awesome, man. We did a little show in the man cave. Yo, we had a blast, man. It had a great week.
Bro.
Fun week, bro.
Props survived the Gators. That's the real story here.
He ain't seen none at the new house.
That was the first thing, man. He told me a story that was at the old house. Yeah, he only seen one at this one, so try to make your brother feel comfortable.
And guess what? I shot him too. So I mean, that's what it is.
He shot them as well. That's crazy, man.
I don't feed
Prop,
gators.
man.
Yeah. Dog, likewise, man. It's been a busy weekend, man. A week, but in a good way, man. My daughter's volleyball tournaments brought me to Orlando, so I got to spend some time. She's with her mom for the summer, so it's one of those times when she's with her for the last 2 weeks. So I got to see her enjoy that, and like Jedi Kid said, man, going to his crib, bro, humbling. Phenomenal collection, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was a jealous man, I probably take Jedi Kid out because like my son, my son's talking about collecting 1/6 scale figures.
Your son cracked me up. I was talking to him about it
after seeing your collection.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
He ain't see no spawn.
That is the spawn thing. And then you put me on blast after I told you it was a secret. I didn't tell the family I spent that money on that spawn thing.
Oh my bad. Oh my God. That's why your wife was laughing at you, bro.
Oh, you chose the wrong one. That's spoiler day. My bad, Monday.
My bad. You chose the wrong dude, bro.
Yo, we was cracking on him. We was laughing at him, right?
Hey, let me put the camera slow. I was doing this smile like this. Yeah, son.
Oh my.
Bro,
I was giving him a props. I'm like, yo, like check it because this man, because I was hyping up his
3D print stuff.
His 3D printer because his 3D print is the man, yo, this dude humble as hell. If you look at his statues and all kind of shit, I'm like, what is you doing? I was teaching him about the spawn, and I thought his wife knew, and she was laughing about the shit too. She's like, she said he's so humble. All his work is 10 times better than whatever he buys. I was like, I've been trying to tell him that for I don't know how long, bro.
You brought up the spawn.
That's what people say.
Prop is like, I was like, yes, yeah.
Oh my God.
You a good man. I'm just messing with you, man, dude. We open. It wasn't like that. It wasn't that bad.
Oh my God, bro.
Usually it was like,
I was telling her that the spawn that he made is shitting on the McFarlane joint that he bought.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I'm just messing with you, man. We real open. I think it was one of those things. It wasn't like a 89 Jazz Inc. Batmobile show.
Word.
This was the embarrassment of the situation. I didn't share with them. Everybody know the spawn statue was too small. They just don't know.
Man, bro. Oh my bad. I'm so
sorry. The price tag was.
You might as well tell Lisa that I showed y'all upstairs. You get me back. You might as well get me back.
Nah, you good, man. Dude, so beautiful time though, bro. Beautiful time.
Yeah,
I made it to Galaxy Edge today, dog.
I told you.
Yeah,
didn't I tell you about
I just wanted to move in.
Yeah,
bro, I told you.
Yes.
Did you drive the Falcon?
I drove the.
I told you. I told you,
bro.
I didn't know what it was going to be. Like when you said that, I didn't know.
I was trying to tell you. It did a whole spin and everything.
I didn't get a chance to drive it, bro. I was a gunner, bro.
You were the gunner?
I was a gunner, bro.
Oh my God, you had to drive that shit, though.
Yeah,
that gunner was
man.
I was the gunner, bro.
You control the whole little 360 and all that, bro.
For real? I didn't do a 360. I do a 360?
Yes, you could drive it and make it, bro.
I'm gonna tell my mom. My mom was like, "Yo, I would have been mad if it flipped over, never flipped." So dig this, man. Braden was filming and driving at the same time. He was the other
pilot. Oh yeah.
Yo, so we was all over the place, man.
Did you go on Tron? Did you go on Tron like I told you?
Man, we didn't make it to Tron. We did the what do you call it? The Rise of the Resistance. That was the Resistance joint.
Oh yeah.
And then Carolina wanted to do the towers. I didn't do that, yo. I can't do the drops like that, so I didn't go in there.
Come on, man. You just come on.
I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it.
You an airman, bro. You tripping, dog. Like you can't go down on a little pen.
In the gift shop too. You know how often I drink out this damn thing?
Oh, man. I've seen them up there.
If I get my dinner served and this ain't the glass, I'll be like, what
right.
What we doing? What we doing?
That's where I got my Anakin saber from there.
So I was about to say, man, not to put him on the blast because we did film there too. but my son, man, wasn't feeling the light. He wanted lightsabers. He wanted to get me a lightsaber. So it was the Father's Day,
But the
man.
price is stupid though, dog.
But it's cheaper there than it is because all the lightsabers then went up. So
all of them went up.
Balin Scroll came out. It's 260.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's still cheaper there. But they didn't have any. I've got all the good ones. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have Anakin's Padawan saber that looked like the Vader joint, the old silver. That's the only one they had I didn't have.
Bro, when you come back, y'all got the guest room, right? So
don't
get in a hotel.
Right,
when y'all come back, bro, you gotta ride Tron, dog.
Tron?
What?
And Velocicoaster.
Heck, bro.
Word.
That Tron shit only been around for
Tron
8 months.
Yeah.
8 months.
Right.
Dog, that shit is fire.
Jay, by the time we got there, the sun had set. We rode that shit at night.
That's when you gotta ride it.
That would have been.
That's when you gotta ride it, bro. It's like you in the movie, son.
Yeah.
And you leaning like you on the real, like you driving the bike, dog.
I was like, no Diddy as I was getting in that joint, but it was still fun.
You was going around like a shutty bottle of baby oil on the Tron.
Just even the platform when you sitting there waiting, it's like you in the movie. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's dope.
All right.
You gotta go next time.
That's it, bro. Definitely 100%, man. But phenomenal week, man.
No doubt,
bro. Definitely, man. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad everybody had a good one. Hope everybody out there in the chat. Hope you guys basically had a good Father's Day. It's going around, man. So we're gonna talk about just a couple of different things today. That's on the docket, man. Like I told you right up top. But before we do, before we get to the chat, I gotta say what's up to the places constantly where we get these collectibles and these figures from. As always, man, we gotta start. We gotta definitely start with the good man since he's definitely on the panel right now. Starting off with my man Vincent Dunn Art. Again, if you're looking for some incredible work, head on over there to his page. Again, the link to
Predator.
the store.
I saw the Predator.
Yeah, bro.
Fire.
Yeah, you know what? Because he didn't put it over here yet.
I just did it this weekend. I ain't put it up yet.
Yeah, you know, people won't be clamoring over there, bro. You can't put stuff up like that, knowing the circumstances, bro. Like when you do stuff like that, you know that people are gonna hunger for stuff like that, man. So when you put it up,
it'll be on the site. It'll be on the site this week for sure.
Yeah, man. Like, look at this, bro. Look, come on, man.
That's fire, bro.
Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Now you just showing off, bro.
That's what I said.
Like now you just showing off, bro.
Pastels on black, bro. I'm having fun with them,
bro.
That's the black paper too.
Yeah.
Dog, you're killing it with that black.
Yeah, you showing off now, bro.
Yeah. I think I like the black joint show.
I think,
bro, and he looked like he just fucked somebody up, and he just about to go at it again, like he tired. Like I'm about to fuck somebody up right now.
Yeah.
Look at Charlie Unicorn. He's like, "What's this? Vinny holding out on this man?" Yeah.
Yeah.
He holding out big time, dog.
Yeah. Look at that. Everybody's like, "Yo, this shit is crazy, man."
Yeah.
Crazy,
The moon, like it's like lit up, like that shit. Is
yeah.
Hey, Charlie, I think it does. You're right, Charlie. You're right. It does deserve this. I got to give it this. It does. You're right. You're 100% right. It does deserve it. Where's it at? Let me find it.
Word.
Let me find it. Where's it at? Did I take it down? No, here it is. Here you go.
Before we go, anybody else want to gush on this wonderful piece?
Anybody else want to gush on this wonderful piece?
Yeah, dog.
New term is pause whiz. Pause whiz.
My man said gush. I love it.
Oh man,
Charlie's crazy, but nah, man, this is definitely crazy. Will this go up as a print on the page?
Absolutely, I'll probably have it on the site. I didn't get to the printers yet for it, but I'll probably have it on the site this week for sure.
Yeah.
As soon as I see the film, I had to draw it, and I just was busy that those few days around that week, and then this weekend, like I said, it was bad weather. I had some time on Saturday, and I finished this up, and then I started it Saturday, and then Sunday when the house was quiet, after breakfast and stuff, I finished it up, and I like how it turned out. So I definitely
hey, let me, bro. That was too much of an artist talk right there, yo. He broke down the whole thing. Yo, I was sitting at the table drinking coffee with my finger up, and I decided to draw this masterpiece because
this is masterpiece.
Yeah, bro. He was sitting down. He was like, yo. He's like, man, I was sitting down at the table, man. You know what? I was just working on this real quick, and I forgot that I ain't get home some milk and cookies, so I had to go
right.
He just slide that by to do it real quick. I had to slide the milk over there.
Listen. This boy, I'm just sitting down with this black canvas in front of me. Then all of a sudden, my fingers started tingling, and I felt the vibe. I felt a masterpiece in the tips of my fingers.
Masterpiece. Now I'm not the one saying it's a masterpiece. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man.
I don't ever prop my work up like that. But it's what you call it, baby.
Vinny, tell him
that's a masterpiece.
Man, I'm in the middle of my job. I'm just working on this piece real quick. My lady came over. Was like, Vinny, give me a kiss. I was like, back up, woman. I'm not done yet.
Back up. I'm not done. I feel a tingle in my fingers.
You got the
artist alley.
Artist alley, baby.
You don't see the red light. You don't see the red light on.
Do not disturb. Do not disturb light on the door. Do not disturb.
Yo, Vinny was he was at a poetry slam explaining how he did this. Chicks out the audience was like,
yeah. He got the cigar.
He's like, hey, baby, I had this paper in front of me real quick. I had to design the business with it. I had the canvas and the idea was just there. And it just started flowing. My man, and the hose was in the back of my ear talking about, we need some milk. Vinny, we need some cookies. And I was like, back up, hose. Back up, hose. I got too much going on right now. I need to finish this payment. Y'all need to back on up. So I just the canvas was there. It just spoke to me. I was like, you know what? Predator. And I was just like, splash. And it came out like splash with a little pizzazz. And everybody was like, preach. Preach.
Listen. Vinny, hey, you don't even realize you said all of that, yo. I watched Predator. Yeah. I had to draw this.
Yeah.
You use that voice, yo. I'm like, you put your Batman voice. I had to draw this.
I had to draw this. I just had that moment, baby. I had that moment, baby. It's
there, son. It's there.
Baby's like, hey, Benny, you want the chocolate chip cookies, baby? I was like, yo, ease on back. Just put them in the bin. I'll be back there in a minute. I gotta finish this up real quick.
You know what's funny? I really do be like that though. When I'm drawing, like everybody knows, just
I feel my fingertips.
Man.
Leave me alone. I feel the tingle. The tingle's coming.
Yeah.
I didn't know Vinny's that smooth.
Vinny smooth, bro.
He said, ladies in the house, I just had a moment, so I just like, time for me to go to work. It was a moment where I was actually a fan of my own work.
Bro, look at his pictures from the Comic-Cons, man. All the females taking pictures of. And I'll be like wearing skin tight, spandex superhero outfits. You know what I'm saying?
Steady at work. It works every time.
Prop, you know.
Yo, you give him a weekend, he'll make a masterpiece. You give him one, he'll make a Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa, bro. Give a weekend. Yo, hey, Vinny, you're like what was his name? Hey, no, Jedi Kid. He's like doing what Avengers versus X-Men versus the Eternals. He's like Uranus. We was like, yo, you give me an hour.
Yeah.
30 minutes, baby. Give me an hour. I can do this in 15 minutes with time to spare, baby.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Nah. This definitely is a masterpiece, bro. For real.
Yeah. No bullshit. Like
you absolutely killed this, bro. Like it's hard because I'm looking at this, but then I'm still a fan of this, bro. This right here, damn. Like it just there's so much on the page, man. Like, yeah.
That picture looks alive though, man. Like the buddy is breathing.
bro. And this is just the next level, bro. That's like a Sears and Robux picture. But nah, man, definitely tell them about the page, bro. Let them know what's going on.
Yeah, man. It's I just updated the page, so I got the new Michael Jackson vinyl on there, and I got the new
nice.
Nightcrawler, K2SO, the new Grogu Mandalorian Grogu piece on there, and everything I've done the past few weeks with this heavy con schedule. I've been trying to churn out as much stuff as possible. I've just been inspired to get the stuff out there, so I'm continuing to stay tuned to the site because I'm constantly trying to bring new stuff to the page and keep it fresh. So feel free to hit me up at Vincent Dunn Art if you're looking for keep staying in touch with what I'm doing. And if you want any pieces, the link to my Stormby store is right there on the site. I appreciate all the love and support always, y'all. Y'all make it even more fun than it already is because I'll be doing this either way, but that means a lot. So I appreciate y'all.
Motherfucker doing Michael Jackson. No, fucked up shit, bro.
Bro, my favorite shit is the page shit.
Yeah.
The book
Bro,
shit is the dopest, man.
Thank you.
Hey, yo, Prop, you might as well just go and send him your model so he can put your shit on your. It's going,
bro. We working on it, bro. We working on it, man.
Yeah,
I need every
ego,
misplaced strand of hair flying out of my. I need it 3D.
Yeah, man. Look at this. Look at this. This is Gandalf, man. Look at that. I mean, not Gandalf. Dumbledore, bro, is incredible. Look at that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you got the Predator still up.
Do I? What I got? The Predator still up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad, man. Look at all this, bro. It's my bad.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about. The page shit is just fire, dog.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
Are you gonna do that with comics, bro? Like any comic stuff? Can you do that on the comic page?
I mean, it's this works because it's just text. Because I try to do that with different comics or manga, and like it works sometimes, but like you can't see much behind it because of it's like it's too messy. It works so much better with the just the text.
Let me translate that because I speak Vinny. What he's telling you, Jedi Kid, is you can't tell me how to run my life,
bro. I know it.
I pay what I want when I want. You can't tell me how to run it.
I know it, bro. Listen,
bro, this motherfucker created the entire bridge scene.
Oh my lord, bro!
Look at that. That's fire, bro. Like, ain't nobody doing that. Nobody's doing that,
bro. He was at the poetry slam, like, "You shall not pass, baby. You shall not pass. You shall not pass."
with the shoes with the fish bowls in the bottom of them. Fishbowl profiles on, boy, with a cigar on the stick.
There's a Stay Puft on there on the site.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's
Ghostbusters, dope, right?
Oh, word. Oh, Charlie was talking to you, man. I thought that Bliss Way joints went on. So man, threw me in a panic real quick.
Oh nah, you know that's gonna be I think that's what Friday, right?
It's Friday.
It's this weekend. Yeah, this is Friday when that shit goes up. So June
20th. All right.
Yeah, definitely make sure that y'all going over there to Vincent Dunn Art, man. Again, the link to his page is on his Instagram page, man. So go over there, click on that, and it'll take you straight to the store, man. Also, I got to give a props and shout out to my man Ray over there at Underground Figures. That's Underground Ray all day, every day. Ray, if you are looking for the latest and greatest, knowing RD shipping and handling is definitely reasonable. Sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date as to when your figures going to arrive or new figures being revealed. Create yourself an account because you never know when it might be free shipping or a discount code on a figure of choice. Hit him up. Tell him I sent you over there and he got your back as he always does, man. It keeps you fresh to death. I also got to give a super duper shout out to our guy Ray over there at Hawk Wars Toys. That's Hawk Wars Ray. Not only do you get that figure choice, you get comic book stickers, a whole nice little care package. We call him Cool Water Ray. Currently the proud sponsor of everything that we got going over there at the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group. So hit him up. He'll definitely take care of you as he always does, and he does for all of us. Also got to give a super duper shout out to our guy Jacob over there at Comic Relief Comic Collectibles. Again, if you are looking for not just figures, not just one tip scale, 112 scale, 1/6 scale, quarter scale, anything you're looking for. But also, it is all about the source material, comic books. If you want to know where these things came from, you can get source material over there. Hit him up. He'll definitely take care of you. Also, we want to give a shout out to our guy, Brian Wong, over there at Maju Case, Maju Space. Again, I have the mono, but if you're looking for a display option of your choice, hit him up. He'll definitely take care of you. Tell him I sent you over there. Last but not least, got to give a super duper shout out to my sister, El Deluvio herself, Tina Cruz. Again, always making dreams come true by taking your figure from here to here, especially if you're looking for that rooted experience. Hit her up. Tell her I sent you over there, and she will always make sure that you have what you need to proceed in this collecting community. So definitely, that is what we got going on. Let me say what's up to the chat, man. Everybody that we got out here right now in the building with us, man. Let me see here. Starting with, let's see who we got there. We got Malika Mabane in the building. What's going on with you, brother? As always,
hey, WRNR, Real Nigga Radio. WRNR
for you listening down. Who else we got out there in the building? Ghetto Yoda in the building. What's going on with you, brother? As always, we got my baby Latoya T in the building watching the show. As always, Toya, thank you for being here, baby. Who else we got out there? We got Mahler, new member, just became a member. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Mahler 2745, bro. Thank you for being here, bro. As always, definitely appreciate it. We got Renz Talentino, fan of your work. That's what I'm saying.
Likewise.
Thank you for being here. Charlie the Unicorn is in the building. He's at June 20th. You already got that on this dial because he cannot wait. Who else have we got in here with us? We got Forrest in the building. Thank you for being here. Yeah, that page shit is fire. Definitely. Who else have we got in the building in here? We got Prosty Shinobi is in here as well with us. Who else have we got in here with us? Docinator, the Booty King. He said, Vinny, I'm gonna need that one. Yeah, bro. Doc's gonna hit you up. He gonna hound you, bro. He gonna hound you with that
one. For next weekend. Appreciate you.
Yeah, he gonna definitely hit you up, man. Who else do we got out there with us? In the building, we got Low Key in the building. What's going on, Calvin? What's going on, man?
Calvin.
It's always, brother. So glad to see Calvin. We gotta get Calvin back on Comic Book Talk with Friends, man. Just to sit in the background, bro. Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's funny. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, if he ain't on the road, he's doing something else, bro. So we gotta definitely get him back in here, man, for real. Let me see who else we got in here with us, man. As always, let me see. We got Tyler Smith in the building. Thank you for being here, as always. Who else do we got? Luminar. Lumi is in the building. Thank you for being here, Lumi.
Lumi.
We got Rose with the Jackets in the building. Thank you for being here. Bruce Leroy's Glow was in the building. He's a cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
As always, Pedro Lopez, as always, thank you for being here. Oh, Skywalker's in the building, man. Thank you for being here with us as well. And we got Mark P in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. Force is like WRNR. You already know what it is, bro. Malika, man, thank you for being here as always, bro. We definitely appreciate you. Pedro, SpongeBob Square bows. You already know, man. Shout out to my man, in loving memory of our guy as well, man. Appreciate you, man, for always bringing that up, man. So yeah, we got some things to talk about. Sometimes you just got to get it out the way. You got to get it out the way, Jay. I know you. We're gonna get this out the way because this is good.
I'm reading it now. I'm getting so pissed off, dog.
Just let me do Jay's part today.
Yeah, you can do Jay's part today, bro. Like you can definitely do that. So in an article, and of course, like I said, man, it's some things. I feel as though
he needs to shut the fuck up, bro. God,
like,
I'm on my phone, dog.
Yeah, it's some things is definitely worth. Sometimes you just got to kind of leave it where it's at. You know what I mean? And just there's been so many different interpretations and iterations of Superman, man. But what we know, one thing, in my opinion, is he's never weak. Superman ain't never been weak, bro. Like straight up, like he's not, weak like that. Unless he's basically been surrounded by a whole bunch of kryptonite. Again, he's a never give up type of character. No nonsense type of character. Even him holding back is a threat.
Exactly.
So when James Gunn basically makes a comment that in his movie Superman is weak, which means that he can be beat, he's gonna. Sometimes you have to just look. I'm gonna see the film. regardless, I got my tickets to basically go see it in IMAX on the 18th. I'm gonna go definitely check out the film. But I do believe like sometimes you just have to like leave it. Literally, you have to leave it. You have to leave it. You can't you can't say too much. Sometimes it's best to say very little and just let everything, let the screen and let what we actually see, let us interpret and how we see things ourselves. Leave it up to the imagination for us. You don't have to say too much of everything. I'm gonna get to you, Jay, last, because I know you got a lot to say. Vinny, what you think about the simple fact that he's saying that again, his interpretation of Kal-El, Superman himself, is a weaker version? What's your thoughts on this, bro?
Again, I haven't seen the trailer, so I'm just going off of some of the headlines and excerpts I've seen from the article. I didn't even finish reading the entire article. However, this isn't something that's like revolutionary or new. This is one of the most common comic book tropes in comic book films. And it's one of my very biggest pet peeves with comic book films. We've seen it with Iron Man, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Batman. Like again and again and again, there's this kind of converse nature of how to tackle adversity with heroes. And in comic books, in anime, in manga, the trope is typically power scaling, where your hero gains victories over villains, and to give them new challenges, they introduce stronger villains, rinse and repeat. So your Spider-Man isn't fighting just the lizard or Green Goblin in the 60s for the rest of his life. New villains that are much stronger, like your Venoms and your Carnages and so on and so forth, show up, making much more challenging adversaries. Or you bunch them together like Sinister Six. So he wasn't fighting Sinister Six in the first few issues. This is something that they power scaled up to give him more adversity as he's growing as a hero and getting stronger. His villains are getting stronger to add more adversity. With comic book films, they don't do that. They take the powers away and make them have to struggle to fight your Green Goblins or Lizards by that they lost their powers, or or in Iron Man's case, lost his suits, or Batman's case, like so on and so forth. Spider-Man like lost his powers. Like it's just always Wolverine lost his healing factor. It's like it's always what they do. It's like it's super frustrating because Superman fights a parasite and beats him. The second movie, he shouldn't have to like lose his powers in order so that way him fighting Metallo is like the biggest fight in the world. No, you put him against Lobo or Mongol or Darkseid. Like you introduce stronger and stronger villains, just like the comics did. But his theory or his logic there that Superman isn't as interesting as Batman because he's is OP is that is what lazy writers say, or lazy fans, lazy writers say about this character until an Alan Moore or Jeff Loeb or Mark Waid comes in and is like, nah, you can look, here's Manchester Black, like here's 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 Doomsday. That is how you handle a character who can punch planets. You don't say my Superman isn't going to be able to punch planets. That's ridiculous. We want someone who can be beaten. His name is Superman. Like the point of Superman, like the greatest answer to how strong a Superman has ever been answered is as strong as he needs to be. He scales to whatever the problem is and finds a way to solve that. If he needs to stop a car, he's as strong as a moving car. But if he needs to stop a fucking asteroid coming to Earth, guess what? He can lift the asteroid. That's who he is. When he gets his ass whooped, it's because he's holding back. That's where Superman's weakness is because he was raised by humans and he don't want to hurt nobody. That's Superman's weakness, not literal weakness. So when he gets his ass whooped, it's supposed to be by aliens who are insanely powerful, his own humanity not wanting to hurt somebody, or kryptonite. Those are the three things that's supposed to be able to stop Superman, not literally being weak like a Batman who is just a human at peak strength who needs tech to be able to fight these metahumans. So it's a very auspicious and oddly placed article, interview, narration about a character that people already have their own questions and doubts if you understand. Because this isn't the Guardians of the Galaxy where they're all broken misfits. This is supposed to be the best of the best.
Of the best.
So it's odd that you're tackling a character who is supposed to be the pinnacle of all of the shit with the thought process of a everyday man. Like that. It's so. It's a little bit frustrating. So I don't know how much to really put weight into that, but to have such polarizing statements a month before the release tells me either he is super confident that they're going to do the numbers that they need to do from pre-sales, or he's hoping that the numbers aren't there, and if you keep saying wild shit, people will just go to see what you did different with him. But I'm not a huge fan of the stuff he had to say with that statement. It's doesn't show that you understand the character.
Yeah. Prop. What's your thoughts on hearing this in this particular space? Like,
right.
Look, everybody. There are ways to distinguish your version of Superman from someone else's without lowering the power scale, because there's other ways that you can. I mean, listen, they look, the comics, the blueprint is in the comics itself. You know what I mean? We got All-Star Superman 1 million. You know what I mean? We got
1 million, exactly.
Yeah, like we have different versions of Superman and Kal-El, some stronger than the others, some more Superboy Prime. Yeah, or Superman Prime now. You know what I mean? So there's so many different versions out there that, again, is definitely. But sometimes, I mean, you don't have to tell. You can tell us without telling us, so just let us see on screen and draw our conclusions. But Praz, what's your thoughts about it, bro?
I'll say this. Let me start out by saying, first of all, because I might come off biased, I want to say that James Gunn is my boy. I don't know him personally. We're Facebook friends. Well, not even Facebook friends. I follow him on Instagram. So I just want to put that out there first. Man, you know what? Dude, Superman's been around for 87 years. And Leo, you just leaned into that a little bit. There's so many interpretations because so far when I'm seeing this so far reminds me of the Fletcher cartoons, which isn't necessarily, which almost isn't canon at all, right? Like definitely similarities in the comic books, but there was a lot of villains, there was a lot of people he was fighting in those cartoons that weren't in the comic books necessarily. But I remember him getting knocked down a lot in that. In fact, every episode he got knocked down pretty good at least once. Granted, he wasn't bleeding all over the place.
Cartoon was watered down though too, remember?
The cartoon was watered down. You know what I'm saying? And dude, I'm pretty balanced, as you guys know. Well, you guys heard my negative side, but I am in my reviews. I'm pretty positive. I generally like everything. You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked me Marvel or DC, bro. I can't answer that question. I love superheroes. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, when I was coming up, especially in the 90s, I remember people hating on Superman because Superman was the Boy Scout, or Superman was too.
It was too strong.
Too strong, overpowered. And Vinny did a good job of even highlighting that, because even that, I love that you call them lazy, because I never looked at it that way. I just didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's a good way of describing them. And for a writer to lean into that, I do understand that. At the end of the day, as in terms of James Gunn talking, I just think I hate even saying this, dude, because he doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't bother me, but it is getting to a point when I'm talking to my homies like Jedi Kids and trying to be like, yo, you need to see this movie day one. And then I feel like James Gunn comes out and says something and sets me back a week or two. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll say something that'll contradict or just makes like the people like you had to know. And I'm sure the media plays a part in this. But when I didn't even read the article. When I read the headline, it was like, dude, come on, bro. Like, come on. You know that people are talking about the fact that he's bleeding in the snow in that first trailer. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know that this was going to be an issue. Now, with that being said, I think some people are being selective with what he's saying because he also said in an interview that Superman he used the term metahuman, and I know people didn't like that term being used. I know.
Is that what he said? I missed that.
Yeah,
he
bro.
He did.
Superman's an alien, dog. Like what the?
Yeah, but he described he broke it down and said that he's considered a metahuman, a humanoid with powers. All right, whatever. But he said that Superman is the strongest metahuman. He said this in that same interview. You know what I'm saying?
He's an idiot.
Him being that's to me that's gotta mean something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Is it going to make it more like all this stuff we're talking? We haven't seen the movie, so it's hard to even put it into context, which makes him talking about it suck just that much more. You know what I mean? Because we don't really understand. We don't know who he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know. Like you know what I mean? Like he ain't gonna be. If Lex Luthor smacks him and he bleeds, I'll be upset. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know who he's fighting, who the villain is. We don't know if Kryptonite. I have seen. Oh, I'm not even gonna spoil that for you. You know what? I know for a fact there's gonna be scenes where he's gonna be weak. I know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in the trailer. So you know what I mean. So I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But anyways, man. But I agree with y'all, dude. I do like. I tend to trust James Gunn a little bit more, but I am very sympathetic to the things that he's done that's made people upset. And I will say this. James Gunn I don't know if he's trying to do it, but he's almost becoming as famous, or he's trying to be as famous as these characters he's writing about. Like you're hearing a James Gunn Superman. I love that little animated Creature Commandos. For the most part, I like Creature Commandos. Mm-hmm. And there's an animated version of James Gunn in the intro to that show.
Bingo. Yeah. And even when you hit skip intro, they made sure that half second of it is still him in the beginning of the show.
Right. So him doing interviews. I saw Entertainment Weekly, I think, cover. You know, when they do the moving covers, they showed Lois, they showed Superman in a booth.
And he was in a booth right next to it.
Right. Like, so, bro, so I feel y'all, man. I tend to be more, like I said, more positive. I'm hopeful. I do like, there's one trailer I didn't care for. I like the last two trailers, I think. I'm still nervous because there's things in that trailer that looks like the Flash to me. And a lot of that lens, that anamorphic lens that switches to, that changes.
We just talked about that. I told you that, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what? I probably missed that part. I don't. Because you're right. Because we were talking about a particular scene that looked good to me from the trailer.
Yeah.
But there's some parts that look like Flash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm getting off subject, yo. In terms of James Gunn speaking, dog, I just think it is getting to the point. And by the way, so even when I do like it, I wish it would stop now. Like the movie's about to come out. Like you've got videos coming out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got trailer, you got interviews from the actors. You got a lot of good. I think there is a lot of good material out there. I don't think these tweets are helpful. You know, like okay, we'll keep it at that. I'm just trying not to say nothing bad about my boy, man.
No, here's the thing, bro. Like I said, I say this from the top, bro. Like I have my tickets, so I'm gonna definitely go see it on the 8th. You know what I mean? Because I want to support, I want to support comic book films. You know what I mean? Right. I want to basically support a genre that I've lived with my entire life because I want to see it successful. but I would be remiss if I wasn't as critical as I'm supposed to be.
Mhm.
And a lot of the criticism right now is happening before the film even starts. And it's not basically off the material, it's based off of the jargon. And I think he needs to scale it back. If I was his publicist, I'd be like, yo, like literally, yeah, you're hitting the numbers when it comes to pre-sales and ticket sales, but you might not want to say shit. Don't get too comfortable. Because a lot of these, like Vinny, and I use this as an example. You were trying to get the early screening, right? What happened? The early screening basically came through, but then you said they were in the front seat. I managed to get the same early screening, 2 seats were vacant, which means 2 people canceled their seats. Now, I'm not saying that it was basically because of that, but again, I'm just saying that a lot can happen, a lot can change. So I just want to put that out there real quick before we get to you, Jay. Learned that very high numbers of students don't come to the last day at my school. When I told them that if they came the last 2 days, they get fire stickers from Vinny, Mr. Hart. More than half showed up.
That's what's up.
$9 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Vinny, I'm saying Vinny for the kids, bro. Vinny for them kids, bro.
Yeah.
They Toya had posted one of the videos from like a crazy turtle at the show, and the kids were all hype, and I told her I'd give them some stickers for the kids, and I'm glad that at least half of them were there on the last day of school to grab them. That's what's up.
Yeah, Vinny for the kids, bro. Vinny be pimping kids, but hey, so Jedi kid, bro. I walk into class, they like,
where's Vinny?
I'm like, let me leave, man. Let me just leave, bro. Let me just leave. Hey. So Jay, listen.
Bruh.
Warning, everybody, warning. What you're about to hear is rated NC-17. And again, it's not to be taken for faint of heart. So I just want to kind of put this up. So Jay, you have the floor, dog. I know you feel some certain way about this. So probably
hold on, Leo. Before Jay starts, man.
That's my young boy. That's my young. Oh God.
I'm just saying, he coming in for support for
a gun, right? I know, bro. Listen, he's that generation. He that young generation that when they see Superman get beat up.
Hold on. What you say? You gotta give it a chance? He said you gotta give it a chance.
Yeah. I want to see him more human. I want to see him more like me. No, he's Superman. He's not supposed to be like you. That's the whole point. We just argued about this shit.
He's not, yo.
Just argued about
this. He was flying through fire, yo. He's flying through fire.
Oh, so he's supposed to get burnt now too? He's supposed to get burnt now too?
He didn't get burnt. He was right through it.
I just told you the other day about the heat vision, right? Didn't I just tell you that? But the other day about the heat vision? Oh no, but it gets so high, it burns. No, it's not.
We don't know the context yet. We don't know if that what is that, yo.
Nephew, you bugging, dog. That's all you really tripping. You are really. Bro. I just talked to you, bro, Saturday. I just said this to you. You are bugging. I don't know what y'all generation want. Y'all don't want to see the man be super at all. You want to see him be a mediocre man. Mediocre man. What he should be called now. Mediocre man.
Hey, put Jay on the screen so we can read his shirt real quick, man.
I love the shirt, yo.
We gotta read the shirt.
Love the shirt, by the way.
This. I feel like this applies.
That's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling right now. You read that shit hard. That's how I feel right now. James Gunn, you a dick. That's how I'm feeling right now. Pussy ass. Put your punk ass dog in the movie.
Why ain't on the dog now?
Bro, all of it. I don't give a damn.
If it's
that's
whack,
not
man,
crypto either. That's just whack.
So Jay,
yes, sir.
Okay, let him tell you how you really feel.
Are you going to go see the movie?
I already bought the fucking ticket. I can't get the money back.
Yeah, my man. That's all that's important, guys. That's what's important.
Hey,
I already bought the fucking ticket. I mean, I'm gonna leave early. I'll walk out the bitch.
Are you gonna wear your Superman logo on your chest?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna show. I forgot to show prop, bro. I got like, y'all don't understand, dog. And then we talking about this at the house.
Yeah.
Superman has been like, that was my first superhero as a little boy going to see the movie with my pop, like back in the day. Like a young boy. Like I have mad Superman. I didn't get to show him the t-shirts. I got mad Superman tees, dog. And that's my dude. So I take that shit personal. Like our superheroes, he's the alpha and omega superhero in the comics to me. Every hero that came after was modeled off of him. Hyperion, motherfucking Blue Marvel, Icon, all of them. Century, punk ass Homelander, they all are Superman clones, bro. So how you gonna have the dude, the motherfucker that you based all this shit off of, and make him mediocre and weak and I guess masculine? To be masculine is wrong too now. You got to be soft too. Like, come on, what the fuck, bro? I'm so tired, bro. This whole this soft ass generation, bro. Like they gotta see him. It's like, nobody can be. He can't be himself no more. Yo, Renz. That's why you're my boy, dog. That's why me and Renz know what it is. This shit gonna be trash, bro. That's how I feel. I feel it's gonna have too many fucking jokes, like Guardians of the fucking Galaxy. We're gonna get a damn Adam Warlock type Superman. Like I haven't looked at no trailers yet. I don't want to look at any fucking trailer. All I see is stills and pictures, and every fucking picture I see, this nigga's bleeding.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone I see.
Most of them.
Now he got two black eyes. His fucking dog dragging him around the picture. Like, what the fuck, bro? Oh my, I'm trying to cuss, dog. Jesus. Everyone, I'm so pissed off about this whole. Every picture I seen, this hoe is bleeding.
Well, he gonna see it though. That's all that's important.
I bought the ticket.
That's all that's important.
I don't waste no money. I bought the ticket. But I will walk out. I will walk out the bit. I will walk. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna
tell me, do you bleed?
Yeah.
I'll give you a point. Hey,
read the question. Read the question. Read the question, bro. Read the question.
So absolute Superman better? He probably is. He probably is.
At least by 8.
And that's trash. He probably is. I just thank you, bro. Yep. Exactly. Yo, I'm gonna record myself at the theater, bro. I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna do it. Look at this motherfucker. Every time you see him, he on a hospital bed. He face down in the snow. Motherfucker face down in some rubble. He getting hit with a soda can. Motherfucker blinking. Like, come on. He put on his boots the wrong way. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I
can't front, yo.
You notice my argument. I don't argue with you because the evidence in the pictures, the stuff he's pointing out,
it's there, bro.
I mean, he's not lying. He's not wrong. I mean. If you look at the Snyderverse Superman, it was a vault being blown open. That was the promo image for that, right,
bro?
Yeah, and his hair wasn't looking right in that. I didn't like his hair.
Exactly, bro. Listen, every time you see this motherfucker, he always bleeding. Like every time he in pain, he getting his ass whooping in a baseball stadium, I think it was, bro. Every time I see somebody got his hand on the back of his face in the gravel. What the? You might as well be Batman with some fucking powers in if that's the case, bro. Like you can.
I will say though, Jay.
Everybody beating him up.
I will say this though, Jay. This last trailer that they basically showed, that very last scene of him. I'm not gonna say nothing, but that very last scene that they showed, that scene was dope. That scene was dope. That scene was epic. But other than that, man, I get it. I get it because. You deserve to be as passionate.
When you use heat vision and his shit is burnt up around his eyes. So you saying that Scott from fucking the X-Men is stronger than Superman?
Now somebody might hit him with the heat vision.
Come on, bro. Stop.
I know. I don't know why I did that.
Don't do that.
I don't know why I did that.
I'm going to reserve.
Don't do that.
I'm going to reserve everything basically until, like I said, I'm going to see. Here's the thing. I'm not saying anything right now about the film.
James Gunn movies, dog.
Okay, wait, though. I'm not basically. So here's the thing. I'm not talking about the film because I can't yet. What I'm talking about is the simple fact that James Gunn, look, love your work, bro, but you gotta shut the fuck up. Sometimes you
not helping.
You gotta stop.
I didn't want
Superman. That Rolling Stone article, he said, I can't have a Superman who's going to be able to punch a planet. We got
it's right there.
Wait. He said we got other superheroes who are just like women with wings. how could you have them in the same world?
Oh my
Because
God.
that's the way DC is. Like you
Yeah.
got gods and you got
Yeah.
humans and you got
Mhm.
metas, you
Yeah.
got people in between. You got it's all
Yeah.
types.
Yeah.
You ain't all supposed to be at the same power level.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
it ain't
This
Street Fighter.
motherfucker did not deserve the rings of DC. He just didn't. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
He didn't
Hey,
deserve
you're right.
it.
You're right. I think here's the thing, and I think this, Charlie, you said it. You said it the best. James Gunn's
Oh
got
yeah, that's
ego.
it.
I think
Exactly.
his ego is getting ahead of him, and that's the thing.
Everything got to be
bro,
his shit.
Yeah, like his ego is getting like you don't have to. Number one, and I said this before, like we don't have to know that you read comics because when you pick up a comic and you show that you're reading it, to me, it just seems like it's a fraud.
Fraud.
I don't need to see that. You just let whatever your knowledge is or whatever you have in your interpretation, let it bleed off on the screen. Let it speak for itself. Don't say much. Don't say anything at all. This is what I love, and I use this as an example. One of my favorite directors right now, because he don't say shit. And as complicated as his films are, he still don't say shit. Nolan doesn't say shit.
Yeah, Nolan.
He doesn't get on social media and say nothing about his films. He just puts it out there and it leaves it up to interpretation. And he don't even explain the reason why he did shit to anybody. He doesn't because he doesn't have to. That's just who he basically is. You know what I mean? So James Gunn, bro, like it's like you're defending your work or you're trying to defend your work. To me, it just feels like you may not have the confidence in what you have on screen. Don't say too much. Just let us see it. The numbers are going to speak for themselves. We don't need to basically hear anything else about it because you're shooting yourself in the foot. What I'm saying to him is like, bro, do you not understand that half those tickets that are sold are from Zack Snyder haters that are going to go see this film and rip you apart? It's just what it is. It's you can't hide from that fact. You're going to have a whole bunch of motherfuckers rage hating on this film because it's not a Zack Snyder property. You're going to have those people that are going to do that. I mean, it's evident. You can't hide away from that. So don't give people more ammunition. That's what I'm saying. Don't give them more ammunition. If the film is going to be successful, let it be successful off the merit of production and what you've done and what you put into it. You don't have to talk because when you're doing that, I don't know, bro. It's just.
Well, we seeing it. You ain't even got to explain it. I mean, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Because he's already doing it, and we're seeing how divisive it can be. And I think that ego thing. I think that says it all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like he hops in because he doesn't answer everything. He hops in and out when he wants to, and it looks strategic. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know if it is because I don't know why it's helpful. I really feel like at this point, if he's as big as he, just put the movie out. Like we know what it's going to be, man. Just put the movie out.
And the way when he got to DC and he just cleaned the house like that, like clean house with all the fucking people that was there, except for his own that he's cool with or immediate family. That tell you about that motherfucker right there.
Yeah,
you feel me? I don't feel the way he did this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm past it. You in charge now. Fuck it. You in charge. You feel me? But don't fuck up mainline characters like Superman or Batman. Don't and Wonder Woman now. He's writing it now. All of a sudden, he heard everybody screaming at him that's about Wonder Woman. Now he all of a sudden announced he's writing the script. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You weren't gonna do nothing with Diana.
He's not writing it. He's not writing the script. Somebody else is.
Well, whoever is, but I'm just saying
he's not writing the script.
He wasn't gonna do nothing with Diana, bro, until he heard everybody screaming about Diana.
Oh, right.
You feel me? So now all of a sudden it's a script out there now. Man, this dude.
But we got to admit that the Snyder thing didn't work, whether we liked it or not.
But it didn't work. It didn't work.
Working.
It didn't work for certain aspects. I understand that. Certain
I'm
things.
just about financial wise. Like they weren't how much the movies were costing.
But the characters, the people that played these characters worked. They did. I don't give a damn. They were the perfect cast for except for the Flash character. He was he the way he ran and everything. I wanted to shoot him in the leg. He just annoyed the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah, dog.
That
that's
stupid running motion, the ugliest
in
run
the world
I've ever seen in my entire life.
Bro, the best interpretation of a speech or on screen was Makari from the Eternals for me.
Well,
you did say that the other day. I agree.
But I heard and the TV Flash. I don't care, dog. call me
Oh, it's
cornball, whatever. But the TV Flash, he's on the shelf right there. I think he did
Nah,
a
everybody
great
loves
job.
Grant, bro.
As
Everybody loves
Yeah,
Grant.
yeah,
Everybody loves
yeah,
Grant
yeah.
Gustin,
Gustin
yeah.
Flash was on point. It was believable. It didn't start getting far fetched to like the last season. You
And that
feel
With
wasn't
the
me?
the Grant's
dimension
fault.
thing, right?
And
Yeah,
that
I
wasn't
lost
his
it when they
fault.
started.
Yeah, it
It was
wasn't
the
his fault
writer.
at all.
It was the
Yeah.
writer's
Yeah,
fault.
yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But the perfect rendition of Flash was him. So they had the perfect I say 5 because they had. I think Aquaman was good, Cyborg was good, but he just got into it with the WB heads too much. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cavill and Gal Gadot were the perfect representation of Superman and Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ben's Batman is just on another level. He needed a sequel. I mean, even the few minutes that he got, bro, the Flash movie did him no justice. I mean, fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he was just so tired of WB. He was like,
Yeah.
fuck it. I'm not coming back. Fuck it. You know.
Yeah.
But with this guy in charge, like I think that we are in trouble. Especially as seeing Superman this week. I've never seen him like this. Only when Doomsday fought this motherfucker, or maybe Prime Superboy. But other than that, like I've never seen him like this, bro. So what do you do with old school fans that read the comics and know the movies, the Christopher Reeve version to whoever it is, even the TV version of Superman looks better than this fucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Like, he got to know that the suit is fucked up. And you got him being weak as shit. Like, you got to know that you had mainstream, big time, not even Zack Snyder, but Superman fans in general that were going to be pissed about this shit. You got to know that, dog. Then you hear these cornballs, oh, if you don't like that movie, you don't like Superman, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fucking fan. I can criticize the character that I love if I want to, motherfucker. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. He looked like he's probably getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, listen. I like I said, bro. Regardless of the fumbles with words and the simple fact that he just regurgitates at the mouth constantly, bro, I'm still going to give it a chance, and I'm going to reserve until I actually see it myself because I don't want to. I can't say much until I see the film to see why they're and the reasons why we're seeing this. Certain things I think they should have held back on, but I just want to see it and draw my own conclusion. I want to move on from this because I don't want to spend too much time because we got a lot of stuff going on.
I'm so sorry, y'all. My bad.
I got it.
Everybody here know me that know I love Superman, bro. Like out of everybody.
Yeah. So we'll move on. Move on to speaking of basically staying in the same realm of the super family. We got also word that he said that again with Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, he's dropping the Woman of Tomorrow. Now, here's the thing, and then I said this basically in the back. I think it was a smart move for him. Literally, I think it was a smart move to change that.
That was a dope name, though, like the comic. That was.
I know, but here's the problem. If you can't deliver, you get roped into that spectrum. If you can't deliver and that's the thing is the expectations when people hear that is to see the exact interpretation of what you got in the comics. If you deviate from that, they're going to say it's not in the comics. Now, here's the thing. He said it without saying it. He's basically saying that he's tired of the margins. He's tired of, the Superman or Batman, and then there's basically a title, a subtitle, whatever. He just wants it to be the name and whatever. Okay, it is what it is. But I think that it was a smart move for him to remove the Woman of Tomorrow because there will be changes, and it's not going to be a direct iteration from the actual film.
I like what Charlie just said.
Yeah.
What's that?
That boy said, "Watch Supergirl come in and say Superman." Watch.
We ain't gonna talk about Superman right now. So, Prop, what do you think about Supergirl, man? What do you think about this whole thing, man?
Yeah, hey, dude. I mean, you hit it on the spot, man. I think it's smart. I'll take it a little step further because I think we are used to, even though comic book fans will still complain if it deviates a little bit. I think we are used to that. Like our expectation is that if you name it Infinity War, it's not going to be Infinity War, from the comic. It's going to be this idea.
Perfect example. Yeah.
Yep. True.
So for them to remove that name tells me it might be even more different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a smart choice, man. But I mean, since he announced that he wanted Supergirl to be done. I don't know if that was before the script that he said a script idea came to him or whatever, but that was the name before early on when it was an early script of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure it's changed from that. And it's probably smart. Probably smart to do that, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that Jay said, and then some, dog. Like these cats are swimming against the stream, bro. Like completely. You know what I'm saying? Like we it's not like I'm the Snyderverse. I'm not. I enjoy the Snyder. I enjoyed all of it. I think except for that Flash movie. But
Wonder Woman 2.
So you rebooting. You're bringing this character that nobody's seen. We also know there's also this element of just having female characters in general, which we've talked about before with Ironheart. You know what I'm saying? Granted, Ironheart has that extra layer of race attached to it as well, but you've got all that stuff's going to be going into this, yo. You know what I'm saying? So if they want to play it safe, as long as this is with all the stuff, man, as long as the story is dope, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta stay true to the character. You do gotta stay true to the character.
Yeah.
But we need even more than that because we've had superhero movies that's true to the character. Or it might be a little bit like this story and something else is off, man. So the main thing that they need to be focused is exactly. That's the problem with everybody saying comic book fatigue. Nah, bro, we just need good stories.
Good stories, yeah.
And part of James Gunn talking is, right, one of his first things was that nothing's greenlit until we got a script. A good script. You know what I'm saying? So me, more than anything, Superman is it because Superman is going to be the first thing, right? It's going to have to hit the ground running. Everything else fails if that fails. But to me, Supergirl is because you might get lucky with Superman because enough people love Superman because our standard of judging whether it does well or not, whether it's right or wrong, is whether it makes money. And Superman is in the position where it might make enough money to fool the stoops into thinking that is good. To me, the true test is going to be the Supergirl movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyways, did I answer your question about the name, removing the name?
Yeah, I mean that it makes a lot of sense because it's not just we know that she's going to make a cameo in because they've already put that shit out there, so we already know she's going to make a cameo in that film. So now you got to put it. Now you have to create a space where, again, it is depending on that because again, this film comes directly after,
right?
You know what I mean? Superman, like this is those two films he made sure were done. What direction he's going with it, I don't know, but we just have to definitely see.
And we got a fan favorite character that's supposed to be introduced.
And to be quite honest, and then I'm gonna keep it all the way a stack. I'm more excited about the Supergirl than I am of the Superman film. Just for reasons, because of the potential of what we can actually get, and the version that they're going with. I mean, because if you're going with the Woman of Tomorrow, at least the essence of Woman Tomorrow, even if you drop the name, she was no nonsense. She was fucking everybody up. You know what I mean? So again, it's a brutal book. So I'm hoping that they would do something like that. Vinny, what are your thoughts on this, man?
I really like them having the name of an actual comic book. I would love to see just how many more people went on Amazon or their local bookstore and bought a copy of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow because they wanted to they were inspired by the announcement of that title for her film. And it's a hugely successful Tom King book that was made even more successful by this by that announcement. And I feel like that was one of the things that James was supposedly bringing to the table with his let me tell you every 5 seconds how much I love comics identity here. So having certain projects be titled directly correlating with actual graphic novels, I felt was a beautiful thing. Everybody knows everybody knew that when Infinity War came out, it was not going to be 1-to-1 ratio and happen exactly like the comic. It didn't even have all the characters. So like, you knew that there was going to be changes. Like you knew Captain America: Winter Soldier was going to be different. You knew damn well Civil War was going to be different. But all those comics all those films created interest and sales for Infinity Gauntlet. It created sales for the Civil War trades, created sales for the Brubaker Winter Soldier books, and it went hand in hand because the whole part of the point is supposed to be like get these kids, watching the films, then going to their comic book store, buying comics, getting excited, and it's a cycle. You buy the comics, excited for the movie, buy the watch the movie, get excited for the comics, round and round we go. It's supposed to go hand in hand. And I think calling it Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow was so great because it led people to a book that you knew was fire and that it would excite people for a character that, let's face it, is not the first name you would think of to be the next film in a reboot of the DC, universe. Like that is not who any of us, 2 years ago, 3 years ago would have expected to be number 2 in the slate. And I personally, I think it's a mistake. Now, is it the end of the world? Nah, it's like, it's no big deal to them, I'm sure. But I think that it would have been cool if you kept that title and got it to piggyback people reading more. However, I feel like the erasure of that subtitle of it has little to do with not wanting to compare it to the graphic novel. I think it's because of simply pulling the word woman from a title when you've just announced that now you're going to be working on bumping up the timetable for a Wonder Woman movie. And it seems really stupid, but that's a corporate thing. That's like when WWE has a wrestler whose name is Steve, and they're like, nah, we have a Steve Austin, so we got to name you William Regal instead of Steve Regal.
Yeah.
So that's like a corporate thing where they don't want to confuse people. So, we can't call it Woman of Tomorrow because there's somebody's mom who doesn't, read comics or doesn't know anything about any of this shit. Be like, oh, is Wonder Woman in that? It says woman, like, and that seems silly, but there's 100% there's people who might make that mistake. Like that's what there's some suit whose job it is to think of that and say, here's a note. There's some exec whose job was, James, you got to drop the Woman of Tomorrow because now we're working on the Wonder Woman movie and it'll confuse people. And I'm sure he was like, what? And they were like, the numbers show. And then now it's gone.
Right. Hey, can I inject in that as well? Because I like how Vinny, like we're talking about the reading aspect. Like we get excited that these movies get people excited to read the comic books. But these movie creators, these film creators aren't like that. You know what I mean? I think the suits aren't, but I also think the creators aren't on almost every level, man. And the proof is, or the reason is, there's not as many comic book fans as there are movie fans.
By
And I think that's,
no doubt.
you know what I'm saying? And most of us, even when we're hating, most of us are going to go see Supergirl. You know what I'm saying? So so it's a bad gamble in our minds. It's like we're the faithful ones. So we're the ones you need to be marketing to or making changes for or being accurate for. You know what I'm saying? But the reality, we're going to give you more chances than not. You know what I'm saying? So their focus is going to be on these new people who haven't seen it, where that woman, everything that Vinny said, on top of the fact that title doesn't really mean it. Like Supergirl, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? For this crowd of people, dog. So I do want to point that out, man, because reading is going. We talked about that last episode, I think. Reading ain't in style, bro. It's getting, it's not going to get. History proves that's not going to get better. You know what I'm saying? At best, it might be this little vintage cool thing that people collect, like vinyl. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going. I can't see it really getting better.
Bro.
It's terrible, bro. I think, and the thing is, I even myself, I gotta use objective thinking in an aspect, because again, when you are a comic book head and you want to see certain interpretations, I think I'll move beyond that. But I also have to understand, like, if I'm sitting in a movie theater, bro, and I'm watching this film, and if I take somebody like Toya, my daughter, she's kind of versatile. She knows how to, gain as much information as possible. She soaks it in. This is what she does all the time. She reads, she does whatever. But if I have to explain it to somebody, what they're seeing on screen, then in my mind, I'm looking at it like, oh, wow, I forgot. My expectation was for you to actually come and see what I see.
Yeah,
and I can't. And it's never going to definitely be that way. I can't expect you to do that. So again, there's going to always be those questions afterwards. Well, why did this person do that? Or what was this about? So I have to also look at it from the director and the writer standpoint. Now, these are the questions that these people are going to ask. So how do I basically bring something new where we're pleasing the diehards, but also we're trying to not simplify it, but just make it a bit easier for the casual fans to follow along with it as well. So it's challenging in that space, and I give them grace for that. My thing is, show, don't tell.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Just show, don't tell. Plain and simple. Show.
Well, so far so good with Supergirl, right? I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot of talk yet.
But just wait. Once the once Superman get in the theaters and get going, he's gonna start talking. He's gonna start talking. Watch. As soon as it get going, after that second week, he's gonna start talking, bro. Watch.
I hope he gives the freedom to, again, man. James Gunn doesn't always bother me, man, because even when we're talking about Nolan, I mean, there's interviews, there's documentaries, there's stuff out there. We got videos of Nolan talking to Richard Donner about the original Superman movie. Nolan talking to, asking questions and getting information from these people that we grew up watching their movies, man. You know what I mean? I think it's the Twitter thing with James Gunn. It's just not him talking too much. You know what I mean? It's that because not to say he says things in interviews, but I think it's that Twitter thing, that constant. And the way I look at it, man, my ass is too old. I just don't pay attention.
But see, you know what I'm saying? But he's a keyboard warrior too, though, fam. Like his ego on that keyboard, like he like to go back and forth all day, every day. And I don't know why he hasn't chilled out. He did for a little while, and he started going at it again.
And did he get? Hey, Shinobi just wrote, Supergirl is not directed or written by him, I expect. So, Hey, good point. That's the point I was making. I got off my point a little bit. My point was, I don't mind him doing it if he's going to do it, whether I mind it or not. Do it with your movie. This movie that you wrote and direct. Hopefully, you give the Supergirl director a little bit more space. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were the director and you were able to promote your joint the way. And I know the suits are going to be involved in the overall promotion, but some of the secrets and spilling it that way, I would hope you just leave it up to that director, because that director don't want his stuff to be presented that way.
Did he write Superman?
He did write Superman.
He wrote and directed Superman. That was this.
He wrote it before he announced that he was going to direct it. He was unsure he was going to direct it.
So basically, the rumor was in the very beginning, even before he basically took over as CEO, whatever you want to call it, whatever. The rumor was that when he was brought on board to DC, that they actually gave him an opportunity to pick a film, and that he could have wrote Superman, but he stayed away from it and he went towards the Suicide Squad. That's what he did. And then, of course, once he came on board, then he saw a vision for what he wanted as far as Superman and stuff like that. So, but this Supergirl was actually directed.
They offered him Batman today, right? Or yesterday?
Yesterday
they offered him Batman as well. You know what I'm saying? So, suits,
because he said today on Twitter about the Batman thing, like, don't expect Batman to be campy and jokey, because it's not. It's going to be serious.
Yeah.
Why do this to Superman then?
Hey, Mr. Mixed Pixel, that comic book, the 30s, was the 30s or 40s? Yo, that comic was hilarious, yo. Superman.
No. He was around in the 70s too, bro.
It happened.
But you know what, Jay? And here's what I say to that though, because bro, you're around just like I was, man. When the original Christopher Reeve Superman came out, 1 and 2, there was jokes in these films. It wasn't it wasn't
campy
as
though,
it wasn't as, but even Superman as Clark, Kal-El as Clark, he did some campy things,
committed.
but
Yeah,
it wasn't overly
right.
that way.
Right.
But
They
it
had
was
the
there.
right. Donner when we
So
came up, bro.
I kind of
Donner had the right juice with
yeah.
the comedy. You feel me?
He balanced all the
the
tone.
right
Yeah,
mix.
Right.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, and I don't want to go down that Superman road again. I want to basically. So with
I'll
the Wonder Woman, no, I got it, and I get what you're saying though, because I know the passion behind it. I know what you want to see, so I get that. But what I'm saying is, bro, like I said, with him, these projects, and I think that, and here's the thing, bro, we might be surprised once we walk out that theater. We might be like, "Oh shit, what the fuck did I just see?"
I was wrong if I'll say,
you know what I mean? Like, and I'm open for that.
I was wrong.
I want to be that way. I'm happy as fuck that I'm going to see this shit in IMAX first. That I get a chance to just experience this on the screen the way it should be, and I'm seeing it basically the way his vision probably is. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to be to be a part, and I want it to succeed. I really, really, really do. I want both these films to succeed. I'm just saying, whatever changes need to be made, James, don't talk anymore. Just
shut up, bro. Like,
just don't talk anymore about it, bro.
Give Supergirl the freedom to do Supergirl, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Like, just let it be what it's going to be on screen, and we don't need to hear anything else. Plain and simple, we don't. You know what I mean? Like, I say that for a reason. Like, we don't need to hear it anymore. But
because right now the boy Icarus looks stronger than Superman.
Yeah.
And that movie was ass. I mean,
you really said Icarus, bro.
Man.
That's your next shirt, bro. We got to put trash on a t-shirt, man.
Yeah,
we got to find out, yo.
I'm ready, bro.
Or hold up. My wife said to hold up the signs.
Put James Gunn's Superman in the trash can. Say trash.
So, hey, Vinny, which I digress. Which I guess is it safe to even dive into this, Vinny? Is it safe to talk about Jorge?
Oh man, y'all come on, bro. Like, Jorge, not talking about absolute, bro.
Nah, man, this is my man.
The one
not absolute.
Let's rebirth.
Man. We talking about Jorge Jomenez, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
That last book is fire, bro, and he might be Superman 1 million now, I think.
Yeah, we want to talk about this, man. We want to definitely talk about Jorge Jomenez, man, artist supreme, man. Vinny, you brought this up, man, so I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one, man. Because I love his work, but I'm gonna definitely let you.
He
take
signed
the lead
some books for me. He cool as hell.
Yeah. This cat is, I think, I think he may be like this generation of Jim Lee, yo. He's that talented. I feel like he is one of the most talented in the game right now, and I just don't know why he's not a bigger name. Like, he's constantly on Batman, constantly on Superman, and when I'm reading Batman and he's on a break, the books, it just ain't the same. And when he's back, it doesn't even matter who's writing. I know the art is going to be able to carry the book. I don't think his style is Jim Lee's style, but I think it has that type of presence and it factor. His pencils are phenomenal. His character designs are insane. Everything is kinetic, and I think was super impactful. And we've talked about this with other artists.
Yeah.
This motherfucker puts an insane amount of detail into the backgrounds. His city work is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's so impressive. The depth and the perception that he has in some of those Batman Gotham backdrops where you see all the refractions of light throughout the city is just mind-blowing. I've always been kind of like, look at that shit, yo. Like, that's just a regular type of Batman page. That's just a typical Batman page when he's drawing it. And I've always been very like forgiving with backgrounds because I can only imagine how much time constraints that they have, even digitally, with work on all these titles that they have to get done every single month in and out. So when the artist doesn't go crazy on the backgrounds, I don't really hold him to that, as long as the character work is clean and looks great. But he puts tons of work into those backdrops. I love the way he draws Batman. I love his hatching. I love his detail. I love uh, the reflections of light on everything. I think that's one of the most interesting aspects of his art that not
Bro,
many
look at this
artists
perspective,
usually-
bro.
Yeah, not many artists I feel like take into account light source like Alex Ross does with interiors of a book.
Yeah, that's dope.
He does every page. He's looking at where the light source is coming from, and you're seeing it reflected in his work. But he's done, I mean, mostly DC stuff of late. I don't know much of his Marvel stuff. I don't believe he's done much Marvel stuff, but I've been catching up on Ray lately and his Batman stuff, especially with the alternate Batmans and stuff like that. Just absolutely insane work. Like that Batman construct that he had, that was like a Batman Killer, was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I love his stuff, man. His stuff is so good. I'm blown away every time I see a Jomenez page. All of his stuff is just fire. I love the way he draws all the stuff he draws. I think he really is like the closest thing to Jim Lee of this era, and I don't know why he's not more popular. I just feel like I don't know why I don't hear his name anymore. Like he's fire. So if you have read DC in the past probably like 10 years or so, you've probably seen a bunch of his stuff, and I just think it's some of the most dynamic and kinetic work out there today. I'm surprised we haven't talked about him yet, because that cat is incredible.
Nice guy too. Sorry, I've got a few of his books signed. I've seen him at SuperCon, Florida SuperCon in Miami, like twice. Good dude.
Yeah, definitely, right. His work is solid. Even his Wonder Woman books. Man, like he's his art. I think, again, bro, like you talk about the detail, especially in his shading, bro. His shading work is impeccable, bro. Like I love, it's the vibrancy, and he's like the comic book artist to bring that to life, bro. Like literally incredible work, bro. I'm just looking at all this shit. Like he's a killer. Like he definitely is a killer. What's your thoughts, man?
Bro, dude, I think it's funny, man. Vinny asked, I don't know why he's not more popular. And that question hits me because I love his artwork. Dude, I've got a number of his Batman comics that he's done. And dude, when I looked at the photo, when you posted his name today, man, I went back and looked at his photos, bro. I think he's one of the best. I like the Jim Lee thing. I know I'm always referencing Vinny, man, because Vinny, very detailed, bro.
It's Vinny, man. Vinny, baby. It's Vinny, baby.
It's Vinny, bro.
Snap your fingers. Snap
Bro,
your fingers.
I love the Jim Lee thing. I wouldn't have thought it. I know what it is. You're right. He's not drawing like Jim Lee, but there are things like there's a simplicity, because it's crazy. When you look at Jim Lee's pencils, it's very, very detailed, as most artists are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you look at this Batman, shadows there. Everything is there visually.
The light.
But
too.
there's no extra, like McFarlane would have these extra lines just to add details. It's like very, I hate to even say, because it's not simple. But Jim Lee you wouldn't see all the muscles, every detail. A muscle might start to fade away, or a line might fade away.
That's true.
That's what I'm seeing in a lot of his work, especially the Superman. And speaking of, which is, we're talking about the movies earlier, but in comic book, that contrast to Superman and Batman, even like his artwork represents that. When he draws Superman, it's less detailed. The colors are almost, it's not watercolors, but it's got that same kind of feeling. I don't know if it's the lighting or what it is, but it's just everything just not just necessarily feels brighter, but lighter. You know what I'm saying? And less detail. And then the Batman is heavier in the shadows, as he should be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But dude, the dynamic poses, bro. My next mission, I'm collecting McFarlane now. Like all the Spider-Man comics that I had and didn't keep up with. I'm on that mission now. You know what I'm saying? 300 Spider number
Spider-Man
300
300. Yeah, bro.
is the hardest. I've got all the ones before. I got a few after that
I
one.
got
Is
2 of them
is my
Jones in the collection, bro.
oh my god, dude! I'm hoping there's one on sale at the Comic-Con that's coming. That's a little bit cheaper. But
I had
I'm
that
about
book.
to
That's
put.
fire. Yeah, I got that book.
I'm about to put Jorge. Yo, I'm about.
Oh, it's the hotel. It's the hotel where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hotel.
Oh yeah, he's on that hotel.
Yeah, it's the hotel. I told the boy to come over here. It's the hotel.
Yeah, bro. But I mean, definitely, my bad. But definitely, impeccable work. Incredible artist. Wait, what's up?
That boy Ren said, "Pause with it."
Pause with it.
Leave that boy alone, bro. That boy at a hotel, man. Cut it out,
bro. And again, bro. Like wasn't if I'm correct, Vinny, wasn't he at New York Comic-Con?
He's been at a few. I don't remember grabbing and talking to him or anything. I can't remember if he just had, if he just wasn't at his table at the time. I don't remember talking with him, but I know that
is cool.
Never had. I know that he's never had like a ridiculously like can't get to him line. But
yeah, he should. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
nice guy. Artwork is crazy. He'll draw right in front of you. His signed books, he sells them for decent prices, bro. Like I think like 8. I met him twice, so I got like 6 of his books. I think that he got signed or whatever. But
yeah,
nice dude.
I definitely got to grab some prints or some signatures or something from him this year.
And he loves Superman.
Yeah.
So my kind of cat. He loves Superman, bro. Like I said, nice dude. Great, fantastic artist, and like you said, Jim Lee. If we had one for this generation, it'd definitely be him.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Not necessarily the style, but the lines, the uses of lights and darks, the colors, bro. He's amazing, bro. Like, and then like I said, his personality is not even matched with his work. Humble as hell, cool ass dude, bro. So
yeah, definitely, bro. Solid dude, solid artist.
Oh, I have this too. That's funny.
You know what I mean? Like he's definitely, the one, that you want to. Yeah, I mean, again, his work, color palette, everything is definitely on point, bro. Like the one to go to. So yeah, man, I was surprised that we didn't get a chance to really talk about this, but
yeah, we never talked about him. It's been a minute too.
Yeah, it's been like a hot minute, bro, that we didn't get a chance to talk about him. But again, definitely I'm glad we got a chance to really really dive into it and talk about it, man, because again, incredible, bro. But I could have swore and the thing is, I'm trying to think, I got to talk to Toya because I could have swore we gotta, we did that he was at New York Comic-Con down in Artist Alley. I could have swore he was.
He probably was. I'm just saying I don't remember grabbing anything from him or seeing him.
Yeah.
He real low key, bro. His setup, he had a nice setup at his table that I've saw him 2 times, and he's been super kind. But they're low key, nice dude. But his big ones like yours, the taller ones, Vinny. That's the ones that stand out. The one with the color ones that he does. The tall ones like that. I have one over there, bro. His stuff is dope.
Yeah.
You don't miss.
Yeah, nah, he definitely don't miss. So great artist. Again, his work is out there. Make sure you actually give it a look, man, because it's definitely incredible. We didn't get a chance to talk about this last week, man, but I'm glad you read it because we got to talk about it this week, man. This is Hulk Imperial, man. Listen, what a way, bro. What a way. What a way to put a story together to get us back to World Breaker Hulk, but it's just a story. And where it's heading is it and like I said, it sort of feels like, it definitely feels like some of the old titles, some of the new titles that we've actually just read, even outside of Fear itself, But bro, Vinny, what did you think about the approach to this? Because you got, again, to kind of set this up, we got the Hulk, we got Amadeus Cho, we got She-Hulk, and we got Nova. And it's sort of like a whodunit type of situation, because you know what it made me feel like, bro? What was that? I forget which film was it? Star Trek, when someone basically posed as they dressed up in like a flight suit and they got on a Klingon ship and just started slaughtering people.
Mm-hmm.
I forget which movie it was, but this is what it kind of felt like. And there's somebody out in the chat. Nah, not Wrath of Khan. It was something. It was completely different. Somebody out there, keep me honest. You probably seen it. We got Trek fans out there, but this book, I love it, bro. I love where it's definitely going. And it just, again, it just shows with good writing, good art, good storytelling. You know what I mean? You got the galactic version of the, Wakandans that are actually out there. And it's sort of like a civil war right now in space. And it's actually phenomenal. What did you think about the book, bro?
Hickman, man. Damn.
Jonathan Hickman, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like he's not missing right now, bro. He is not missing right now, bro, at all.
I love that I don't know what the fuck is going on in the best way possible, because it feels like I'm not even sure whose book this is. Like, the Hulks are kind of like getting the ball rolling, but I feel strongly that it's just going to pivot, because this story involves the Hulks, it involves the Wakandans, and it involves the Krees, it involves the Skrulls, it involves the Nova Corps. Like, it's so much going on, but it never feels like it's too much going on to keep up with. Like, usually in these books, it's like it's so easy for the plot to kind of get lost and muddied and just focus on like big fights or like splash pages where eventually like you don't really care anymore. You just want to see the big fights that they're setting up. But the pull isn't necessarily any particular big fight at this point. It's just the story itself, and the weight of, like what would be, capable of taking out Scar, and then how you go from there, because that's like a whole nother level to it with something that's capable of doing that. So you add the elements of, potential matchups with like Black Panther and the Hulk and all that stuff, and you get those big fight like possibilities, but it's not contingent upon that in the same way as like a Planet Hulk or World Breaker Hulk, World Hulk type story is, where like you really just waiting for those big Hulk fights. Like, this is a whodunit with a lot of galactic, space type shit like peppered in, and all of it's like interesting. So I love the tease for Nova stuff coming. I love the tease for Wakanda stuff coming, and Kree stuff coming, like Gladiator. Like, so many cats are in this joint that it's going to be really unpredictable for a minute, because I can't really put my finger on exactly what the long game is for the story. So I'm roped in, so I'm hyped for it.
You got Star-Lord in here. You have his father that's basically in here, bro. Like, there's there's so many different elements in this book. And like you said, bro, Hickman is definitely not missing on this. And I think it's incredible. Everybody, I just definitely want to say that if you haven't picked this book up, Prop, Jay, pick this motherfucking book up, bro.
Yeah, go grab it.
I got you. This point just came out. It just came out, right?
It came out last week.
Last week, okay.
Yeah, it came out last week.
I was like, I know I ain't that behind.
So pick this shit up, bro, because it's. I wanted to talk. Well, no, it was the week before last. I wanted to talk about it, but we didn't get a chance to really kind of go in on it. But, bro, like, pick this book up. Like, it is a phenomenal run, on something that, again, how they're writing it, and the simple fact that you have the Hulk that goes back to Sakaar as World Breaker, and it's no nonsense. Even he's not even holding in on conversations, bro. He's letting you know who he is, and his people will know who he is, and that's how dope it is, man. Like, I really love where they're going with this. So definitely pick it up if you haven't already. I would love to kind of go into discussions and to find out what everybody kind of thinks of it. Let me ask you real quick. Did any of y'all read Absolute Wonder Woman #8?
Definitely.
Man, I ain't read nothing this week.
Bro, listen, like Absolute Wonder Woman is not missing, bro. It's not. It's definitely missing. It's not missing a beat. It is an incredible story that's being told, and I love it. I love everything about this book, man. Like, it is the version of Wonder Woman that I know we won't see on screen, but if we could basically just see essence of this, bro, because it's like her in her most powerful form, bro. It is literally, and I love the way they are flipping a lot of these characters on their head. You know what I mean? You got Dr. Poison, in this book, confined to an actual suit. Like she's not human, a humanoid. Like she's not human. She's smoke. You know what I mean? Confined to an actual suit, and being used. Like it is everything. Vinny, what did you think about this run, bro?
I say it every time we talk about it. Like my top two books right now of everything that's out is Ultimate Spider-Man and Absolute Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
and I think Absolute Wonder Woman is, in its own way, the best comic book out right now.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, from the art style is absolutely beautiful and enchanting. It's just so, every single page just feels like this immaculate, just unique piece of artwork, and then on top of it, the writing is phenomenal and stellar, and it really feels like an independent book that is using Wonder Woman as a license. It feels like when we watch fan films with like Vader or somebody, and it's like, damn, why can't they hire these cats to do the movie? That's what Absolute Wonder Woman feels like. It feels like just some. It feels like some underground stuff with such a fresh take that you just wouldn't expect to see on the main stage. Everything about the way that they approach her character, the way they approach magic, the way they approach her fighting, and I think one of the very unique things is I don't think that I've ever seen such a heavy magic focus with Diana.
Yes, yeah, bro. Like she's basically like from casting spells to not only just again against foes, but even casting spells that will even allow her to change form, grow.
And it's all dark magic. It's all evil
dark
shit that she's using for good.
Yeah. Yep. Again, not and just to keep reminding people that this particular version was raised by Cersei. You know what I mean? So again, and there is more of a motherly love between them. They're not enemies. You know what I mean? So this book itself is Diana basically looking for her sisters, and she's trying to find them. You know what I mean? But again, it's such, again, I Absolute Wonder Woman, out of all the Absolute titles, is the best. It's definitely the best. Jay, have you read this at all, man?
My bad, bro. I only have the first 4, so no.
Oh, you gotta keep reading, bro.
Yeah, I only have the first 4. I've been mad busy. I got to go pick up my stuff.
Yeah,
before shop, I had to pick them up. But she's my only thing I like about Absolute.
Yeah, like it's definitely amazing, bro. I love what they're doing with it. I even, again, I love the arc now with even Dr. Poison and the revelation, even with Dr. Poison in the end.
It's what, number 10 now?
This is number 8. This is number 8. Yeah, I mean,
I gotta get 4, but I gotta pick them up.
Yo, and with the writing is like you're empathetic towards a lot of these characters. So yeah, I definitely love it, bro. I love everything about it. I would highly recommend this to anybody out there.
She is the only thing from the Absolute universe worth reading. The only thing, y'all, and I say that with a capital ONLNY. This is the only thing worth reading in that whole damn universe. Her story is dope. Her new design with the tattoos is raw. The big ass sword. Her power is like is there's no limits. She's Wonder Woman, but the warrior part. Like this is a great run with this art with Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
They should just stopped at her, not at anybody else. Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
moving on real quick, because like I said, I want to actually definitely jump into this, man.
Vinny knows it. Everything else is trash. He knows.
Nah, bro. But she's definitely the best. I'll tell you that.
She is the best.
Yeah, she is the best, man. She definitely is the best. So we know that, and they kind of go into this way. Like, so now we know that James Gunn is moving in a phase of introducing, Wonder Woman now. Wonder Woman is basically going into the writing stage. They're mapping out a script. It has basically become priority. So we know this is something that, he wants to do.
I wonder why.
And I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I mean, because again, there's now, mind you, Hall H, for San Diego Comic-Con, there won't be a Marvel presence, so it's going to all be DC. So I'm wondering if he's going to make a few announcements there. I'm not, again, you don't have a script mapped out. I know they're basically working on it right now. I mean, hell, if they have a script down by then, I'd be surprised. But if he wants to make an announcement on who he would think would fill the boots of this particular character, or the Lasso, that is, it would be interesting. So a few names that, have been thrown around out there, some of which I am familiar with, some of them which I'm like, well, it's interesting that you would choose these characters, or choose some of them to portray the role. One was something that kind of was a character or an actress that surprised me, because I'm like, wait a minute, like, we, from what I know, didn't get a chance. I know who she is, but to say that she could actually become or be a version of Wonder Woman, I'm like, I don't know where you're getting this from. And of course, her name is Bruna Marquette. I think it's Marquezine or something like that. She was in the Blue Beetle. So this is her. Right
Hold up, the girlfriend?
Yeah, this is one of the names. And I'm like, what?
Nah.
I can't see it. I just
she
can't
mad. She's smarter than Gal Gadot. Like,
Well, I mean, hey, put weight on anybody. They can actually play the role, but I just don't see her as playing her, and I haven't seen her in enough to really know. You know what I mean? That she can, actually portray this role. So I definitely can't say that she would be, pretty much one that I can actually move with. Another one is, and I kind of want to bring her up. Vinny, you're probably from. Did you see what was it, Mad Max, the last Mad Max film?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're probably familiar with this individual right here. You know who she is, right? Remember, she was Furiosa's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see her absolute Diana, but not mainstream.
So she was one.
She looked up right there.
Yeah, she was basically thrown. Her name is Charlie Frazier. So she was another name that was kind of thrown around that could.
She looks like Diana, but the absolute version. Give her the tattoos and the big sword and stuff. I think she would be good for her there, but I don't see her main Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I can't. It's just not something that I can actually see. I mean, but listen, who knows? Because they can get a complete unknown. We don't know. Another one that was basically thrown around was Grace Carolyn Curry. Name, if she doesn't basically sound familiar. then she will, because she was actually Miss Marvel, and or no, was it Mary Marvel?
Mary Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and Shazam. So a lot of people were saying that she could also be a prospect to pull off Wonder Woman. But I'm like, no. I mean, she was in Shazam. It's kind of two on the nose that have that character. And they were both in the same place in the same movie. I'm like,
Mhm.
Yeah, nah.
it's just not, even though, like I said, I mean, there's certain aspects of it where I'm like, okay, she looks okay. You know what I mean? She definitely like has the build and the stature for it, but not to the point where I can see her, playing a role. Now we're getting down to like some of the ones that people have already, either fan casted and said that yes, this is what they would actually want to see. Um, and that is Isaac Gonzalez. One is Isaac Gonzalez. If you don't know, she was in Three Body Problems. She was in Kong versus Godzilla. She was in what was that? She's been in a couple films, man. She's been in a whole bunch of films, and she was definitely a choice. My thing is with her, she kind of, if you see her in different photos, bro, she looks almost too much like Gal Gadot in a sense. Like, I think you would need to stray away from that type of, character, like that portrayal. Like, she looks good, don't get me wrong, but if put it this way, if she was one of the two, I could see it and I would respect it. But I just think that it's almost too on the nose.
Well, I can see him doing this shit though, just for the fact that she looked like Gal Gadot a little bit. Look at Superman. It's like Cavill's like younger doppelganger. So I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm not. I don't put nothing past him, dog. I don't.
You think that they were, because here, like, if, like, for instance, I'll give you an example picture so you can actually see. So when you see her here, bro, you know what I mean?
Come on, bro. She look just like her.
Like, almost on the nose.
Identical.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
almost identical to her. Like,
Right.
certain features are almost identical.
The eyes, the nose, the mouth, the
Yeah.
jaw, everything. The slim build with the neck and even with the shoulders. She's built like Gail too. Like, they look exact. Come on. Listen, I wouldn't be shocked, though. Look at Superman. You don't want Cavill, but you want Cavill. It's like, all right. You don't want him, but then you want him. Okay. I'm not surprised.
I get it. I definitely get it. One that I was surprised that people looked at, but one I ain't mad at. And I didn't even really think about this because, I mean, I want to see her back in Marvel. But if they were to basically bring her on as Wonder Woman, I'd be like, well, that could be a possibility. And that's May Conaway from Moon Knight. She basically played the Scarlet Scarab.
Oh, that's my girl. Yeah, she could do it. She could do it.
Yeah. So
she's tall. She's pretty tall too.
You know what I mean? So people were basically saying that she could actually pull off the role.
Yeah, she could do it.
As Wonder Woman. I don't. I mean, hey, again, we're talking about ones that I would definitely not be mad at. You know what I mean?
See what ghetto you want to say?
What did he say? What did he say, bro? What did he say?
No, he said if the World War II trailer starts with her getting her ass beat, I swear I'm done. I feel you, dog. I feel you, big dog.
Charlie Unicorn's like, nah. Oh, Wonder Woman would be cool. Yeah,
she could do it, bro. She has
an
accent,
kill it, bro. She could definitely. I think she could definitely kill it, bro.
She could pull it off. A Themyscirian accent. She has the height. She has the build. She could definitely play Diana.
Yeah. I think
she killed it in Moon Knight, dog.
Oh yeah, she was a highlight for me in Moon Knight.
Yeah,
she killed it, and I want to see her in more. Definitely more. Even though Vinny would say the chick that was in the shop.
I was just about to say that. The shorty at the library. Vinny, we right there, bro.
Write in vote. Write in vote every time. Write in vote every time. Stay safe.
I'm with you, bro.
2025.
The shorty at the library in the shop is I don't know. I hate to say it, but she giving her a run for her money. I've been right with him for years. I'm like, damn, you messed up with her.
Yo,
dummy.
She was fire, bro.
I
still that's the
I
biggest
might watch that
ball.
again right now.
That was one of the biggest drop balls of all time. I forget when I have to look it up, but that was, man. Talk about missed opportunity, like
missed opportunity, bro.
Yeah. Another one, definitely, bro. Another one that they kind of threw out there. Which, listen, I got a chance to see Ballerina, bro, and she was firing it.
Oh, Spoonie was bad. Yeah.
Dope, right?
She's too short, though. She's too short,
bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
But she can do Diana, though. Bro.
She made fucking Ballerina believable, bro. Like, she was fucking shit up.
Yo,
she was fucking shit up, bro.
Yo, her and Wick on it. Yo.
Yeah. Oh definitely. My God, boy.
It was definitely.
When you think of me, you think of fire. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say, and they didn't turn down. I thought they were gonna.
I don't think Vinny's seen it yet. I don't think Vinny's seen it. I don't think Vinny's seen it. Vinny ain't seen it, yo.
Oh, he ain't seen it?
Yeah.
Nah, my bad. Oh, I wasn't gonna be me. It's gonna be Prop.
I'm just saying, Vinny ain't seen it.
I know. I was gonna.
That's why I was like, yo, Vinny ain't seen it yet.
I wasn't gonna go that far.
I calmed down. Like, I'm about okay. Vinny ain't seen it.
Yeah.
I listen, bro. Could she? But she's too short.
She could, but she's too short. Yeah.
We, you know what I mean. But she fighting
but the
in
beast
mode,
bro.
She was beast mode. She was definitely beast mode. She was really the truth in this movie, man. Like,
and she took a lot. She studied a lot of jujitsu and kempo for like a year and a half.
Because they were making this for a minute, right? She
I think under this guy's coach, Kenya Reeves' coach. She studied for like almost a year and a half, bro. That little motherfucker, she can fight now. Yeah. Like, real talk, she can fight. So I mean that she could be a great Diana, bro. She just they gotta put heels on her or something, or make her taller. She's gonna do
it.
Yeah. Another one that they threw out there was, and I'm like, I don't think so. She was in Top Gun Maverick, and she was actually in the Bob Dylan movie.
Oh no.
And that's what's her name, Monica Barbaro, I believe.
Nah.
That's her name. I believe that's her name, Monica Barbaro.
Right.
But I mean, she could probably play not Wonder Woman,
bruh. She could play Diana from Iowa. Like, nah, not from Themyscira. From Iowa, not from Themyscira.
Yeah, I'm. You know what I mean? The other chick that they basically have here, that was basically thrown in the pile as well. That was actually thrown out there. Now, did y'all see? Now, let me ask you a question. Did any of y'all see In the Heights?
The Heights?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
And did you see? I think it was the scary movie with. It was a scary movie with I forget what's her name? Wednesday. She plays Wednesday. What's her name again?
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega. Yeah, but not her. Not her.
I'm about to say, she's too short.
Not her. Not her. Not her.
Too short.
It was she played in
everything, bro. She can't play that anyway.
Yeah, she played in the movie with her. This girl did, Melissa Barrera.
Was she the antagonist, the good girl, or the bad girl?
No, she was good. She was basically in it, but she played the role in that film. So people were going after that, and she was also in The Heights. But I can't.
Nah.
And here's the one that's been tossed around a lot. This name's been tossed around a lot. And I honestly can say I haven't seen it. Like I haven't actually been able to me myself, other people may see it, but I don't see it at all. And I'm sorry if I'm the oddball out. What's her name? Alexandria Daddario. A lot of people basically been saying that they see her as a possibility, but I just don't see it, bro. I don't see it at all.
Nah.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, no. You know why?
No.
She be a code like.
Is she 90210 Saved by the Bell?
No. She played in True Detective as well. You know what it was? It's and I think the Texas Chainsaw, the Michael Bay produced one.
Oh yeah, nah.
She do at that time because it's been that long that people have suggested that. So I think that's probably a rumor that was created then because this is pre.
Before Gail.
Yeah. So they were making probably the Linda Carter because of her eye. Look at her eyes. Like she got that blue.
They've been pushing for her for the longest time, bro.
She is shapely. This girl is very, very top heavy. You know what I'm saying? So that it was shape, eyes.
Yeah.
It was the Linda Carter thing, and then probably that rumor probably just is still attached. You know what I'm saying?
Who was the story that was supposed to be the WB Wonder Woman that had the TV show that
they had the pilot, right? Yeah, I still got that pilot on. I got the pilot.
That's the WB joint, right?
Yeah. Now she done went on because remember she played on the Orville. Is it with Seth MacFarlane?
That's her.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, yeah. Okay, bet. Yeah.
So you know what? I guess age is going to be a thing too. Like
for her,
it's probably taboo to talk about that with a female.
Yeah,
but so not in terms of ugly or too old, but just in the sense of
Hollywood age.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And old girl that was you think about that Wonder Woman pilot was years and years.
Yeah, and they've been still pushing this, bro. They've been pushing this for like years.
But she looks like Linda. She does look like Linda a little
bit. Right. She got
that. She does, but man, listen.
Just to double back real quick.
She was in
Go ahead.
Saffron Hawking. That's state date.
From the TV show?
Yeah, from Moon Knight.
What's her name?
Saffron Hawking.
Saffron.
From Moon Knight.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
What's spell the name?
Saffron.
Oh, shorty from the library?
King.
Saffron Hawkins?
Yeah.
Instagram.
King. Yeah.
Saffron Hawkins.
Saffron. Yeah.
Instagram.
Okay. I think yeah. Okay, I see it. I see it.
Give her some tea.
I only see a few pictures of her, bro. Though, like,
she ain't done much, so it's not a lot.
She only had a Moon Knight, I think.
Yeah, she hasn't done too much, but there can only be one for me, bro. I'm sorry, and I'm biased on this. Adria got this, bro. Like Adria got, bro. If she don't, it's right there,
That's
bro.
That's from Andor, right?
Yeah, she's right there, bro. It's right there,
and she has a relationship with James Gunn, right? So that
it's right there, bro. I'm sorry,
it's
right
with
there,
the
bro.
Braids. Oh yeah,
bro, it's right there, bro. Like I think, and she can act, and that's the thing, bro. She can act.
Build too. She's kind of tall.
She can. Well, she's not. See, here's the thing. The argument with all of these is that there's the height. Everybody is looking for the Amazonian tall female.
Wonder Woman is 6 foot.
They are out there. But the thing is, you got to keep in mind
they can't act.
If you can have the size, you can actually have the stature, you can have the physique. But if you cannot act, if you can't act, and the thing is, as much as I love Gal Gadot, bro, you have to. It has to be led a certain way.
You gotta be able to act, otherwise they just cast Rhea Ripley and call it a day.
Right.
Exactly, bro.
You can't get Gail about everything because Wonder Woman 2 wasn't her fault.
No. I'm saying, bro, I'm not taking away from her. But if you think about it, even with the character and her portraying the character, she had very minimal dialogue in these films. She didn't have a lot.
She had to say nothing.
Yeah, and no, she doesn't. She doesn't really happen.
Well, Gal Gadot is not
And I think she's,
I'm
bro.
not gonna say she's a bad. She's not a
You,
bad actress, but she's not a good.
You
She's not a good
gotta
actress.
Keanu Reeves that shit. When he did John Wick, he was
No, for
downplayed
sure. Same
they
thing.
downplayed the dialogue and
Yeah.
upplayed the tone.
Same thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's it.
We just saw Predator Killers and whatever. They ain't have a lot of dialogue in that shit, but it was the tone of the story is what carried all the episodes. You feel me? So they did the same thing in live action with a Wonder Woman.
But you know what though? You gotta right. Because dog with his 6'1"? Yo, the Superman actor and the Lex Luthor actor, them dudes are not short dudes. Yo,
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to picture her standing next to them. Huh? Yeah. Just looking at them, they just tall. Them jokers are big dudes. Like I think Lex is taller than the Superman actor. When I saw him on stage, man, she's got to measure up to that to an extent. You know what I'm saying?
But I think her and the others really got the most presence of Wonder Woman. Her and my girl from Moonlight, I think, can really play Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have an essence of them. They look like they're not from the States. You feel me? Like some exotic place.
But she's too, yo. Like, hey, Leia, I think I'm with you. I'm with you with her. This is my favorite.
Yeah, I think she's the best.
This is my favorite choice.
Here's the thing.
They can act her ass off.
5'7", right? So she's 5'7".
They put a little soul in that heel.
But you put them, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what made even Gal Gadot a lot taller was those heels.
Right.
Gail was 5'8", 5'9".
She's tall, but those heels, which is what gave her extra
that gave
height.
her the 6'1", yeah.
Bro, put it this
that's
way.
it then. Yeah, and I was convinced. I didn't know that.
Toya is about 5'6", 5'7". Toya is 5'7", right? You put heels on her, bro. She's almost 6 feet. Like literally, she's like 5'11", like she's tall. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you put the right shoes on, I'm just saying, in my opinion, I would actually, if I had to pick, my top three,
she's number one.
It would definitely be her as number one. I would say I would put May Calloway as number 3. And as much as, again, I understand that she looks exactly like Gal Gadot, I would actually say, Isa Gonzalez. I would say that just because of acting. Just because of acting. And you know what? You never. But here's the thing, because he has that relationship though with Audrey. Yeah. Exactly. Because she was in his first, she gave her he's the one that gave her first role in film.
Oh, so they're already
They tight like that. And then on top of that,
like, them two together out there, yo.
Well, I can see her being a front runner and your girl, the lookalike, being number 2.
Yeah. You talking about
lookalike Joan you just mentioned.
Isa Gonzalez.
Now
bro,
one thing,
come on, dog. Like
the one thing I will say about James Gunn, and the rare time that I diss my boy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I don't think height is gonna matter to him. No, I mean almost
because it's his universe. He can fuck it up if he wants to.
He will decide based off this chick being a friend of his or he having a relationship. I think would put her in the lead. You know what I'm saying? Just like he puts his wife, which isn't always the bad. Like I can make it sound negative. It ain't always a negative thing. His brother's gonna be in this film. His wife is gonna be in every single film he does.
Exactly.
Michael Rosenbaum might be in the movie or doing a voice in the, you know what I'm saying? So in that kind of way, I can see him going with his friend and be like, it doesn't matter about the height. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Exactly.
I think it's a chance. You're on
my team. You're on my team. So guess what?
In this case, though, you know what I'm saying?
You're on my team. So guess what? You're in my movie. No matter what the call is. Say you are my. I'm the head of DC.
Right.
You're my movie.
So, both Latinas. Hey, what do you guys think about? We're speaking these girls that look more ethnic. How do we know they're gonna go in that direction? That he would go in that direction? Because Gal Gadot was the first time, and remember, people had issues. We forget about they had issues with her being skinny
and being Israeli too.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, Linda Carter is a descendant from Mexican immigrants, bro.
She's Mexican. Yep, she's Mexican.
So Linda Carter.
Her great grandmother or her grandmother came here.
But you guys know, back in that time that don't matter because there wasn't no internet, there wasn't nothing. It was
Yeah,
what
that's
she.
true.
No, I get it, and I get what you're saying, but I think that every interpretation thus far, and I think that because Gal Gadot was used, even because of
I
her
agree.
image being used in, on film, it also even influenced the interpretation that we're now getting in comics.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess
It sure
you just
did.
answered right, and you answered my question. I guess that's what I was asking.
Here's the issue.
Because I'm confident in my mind as well, but it was like, do you think Gal Gadot basically done changed it, whereas now we're on the right path, or this is the correct path it should be on, or do you think they'll try to?
Nah, I'll be honest with you. I think Gal was less of a hurdle because she's white passing, bro.
Yeah. But not but a step in the better direction than Linda Carter, who is
but
complete,
it wasn't an in your face thing. Like this like if they pick Homegirl, like that will be a little bit more of a hurdle. Like there will be a hesitation with her where she'll have to be pitched and sold.
Right.
Like they'll have to sell this to the suits more so than now has to be sold. Like,
by the way, I think I was a toxic fan at that because I was such a fan of Linda Carter. I was like, yo, she gotta have these blue eyes. I don't care what color she is, but she gotta have. There was things about her that I needed that I was, man. Gal Gadot changed. Still love Linda Carter, but
Linda
she
Carter
represented, man. Right. Gal Gadot represented, man.
She's my apex.
Gina Carano.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But it's like, but when Gail came in the game in the beginning, nobody was feeling her at first. Like, she's an ex-Israeli soldier. Yeah. She's a model, blah, blah. But she ain't Wonder Woman. Man, she came in and changed the whole game. The whole comic book vibe for Wonder Woman changed based off Gal Gadot's performance in the first Wonder Woman. And in the other movie. So
uniform started looking different.
Right. She set the whole standard. You feel me? So it's like these girls that come after her have to be on that same standard or above, I think. So the shorties with the blue eyes, the girl from Andor, and the little girl that looked like Gal Gadot, they're in the top. Oh, and top 4, I guess, because the girl from
Here's the most important thing: keep Patty Jenkins away from it. 4.
Oh my God! Please, because part two could have been so much better.
84 is probably the worst movie. Now, I'll give it. I went back and rewatched the TV show. I appreciate the time jump because the show was like that from season 1 to season 2.
Yeah.
Season 1 was it World War I that the season 1 was. It time jumped to the 70s, man. And so I respected it about the movie, man. But bro, that talking to villain at the end, the whole no battle but talking or whatever.
Yeah, talking them down, bro.
Yeah.
That was Pascal's.
Honestly, I had an issue with the first film's final fight too. Like you're fighting Ares. That's hand in hand. Ain't no way you fighting Ares with like a Dragon Ball Z battle. Y'all supposed to
you went deep with it, right? Like the visual effects didn't look like
I think it was wrong
at that stage. Yeah,
it was wrong, man. I don't know that.
Well, those kind of movies, man, I enjoyed it for what it was. I would never hate it. It made $1 billion. I was excited for what was going to come next because at that time, people that was before I started losing trust in whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it was, like you said, Wonder Woman 84.
I can't.
It was
84.
I don't understand how that happened.
Yeah, and it's crazy about 84, bro. 84 had one of the dopest Wonder Woman outfits of all time, dog.
It's dope.
The golden armor, bro. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, it's dope.
Bro,
it's dope.
That is a dope costume, bro. Right from the comics, Kingdom Come comic. If you don't know, you don't. You know, but bro, that suit, seeing it on screen like that, and she didn't even get to use it all the way. She just put it on, fight a little quick, and that. I wanted to see so much more of that suit, dog. But that's the only good thing that came out of that movie to me was that one suit. And
that's power to Gal Gadot too, right? Because I think one of you guys mentioned earlier, it wasn't her fault. The movie was bad. Like,
the writing.
The one thing I never got mad at her, like, because she is
right,
perfect. She was like, yo, okay, if we get the right director, which is probably how we felt about Henry Cavill, you know what I mean, too. Like, I'm a big fan of Zack Snyder. I even like that Owl, Legend of Gaul, the Owl movie he did. I can watch that joint over and over and over again. I love Zack Snyder. but people wasn't feeling it. Put another director. You know what I'm saying? So she was the same thing. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what
But
I liked about Gail's version of what Snyder did with her? She
mm,
wasn't. Linda is flawless. That's
yeah,
not
yes,
fuck it up.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's not fuck it up. Let's just say it is what it is with her. But she took Linda's daintiness away, and she was more warrior. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah, yeah.
Like more of the comic version of the warrior
Which
part. You
was
got to see
reflected in the comic book. Yeah,
right,
yeah, for
right.
sure.
You got to see Diana be
It's
ice cold in the first
yeah.
movie.
Which,
I mean,
but
It's
she
the
was
it's the sign of the
I'll argue.
times though, because if you
I was about to
basically
say
think
that.
about
Yep.
it,
Yep.
Wonder Woman or even basically if we're talking about Linda Carter's Wonder Woman, if we're
mm-hmm.
talking about 66 Batman, Batman and stuff like that,
Oh, let's
if
not
we're
talk
talking
about that.
about those particular characters, but I'm just saying it was a
Yeah,
sign
yeah,
of the times for what it
Bro.
was then. A lot
yeah,
of stuff
yeah,
was campy, watered
yeah.
down. It was just something that, and again, give it credit for what it was back then. It was the
Mm-hmm.
first time we got a chance to see these characters on
Seeing her on
screen,
TV blew me away.
and
Dude,
it
and
was
Yeah,
for
every
that time.
and everything was like that. If go back and watch, like I said, I watched the first
With
episode. I don't
Adam
know if it was
West and all
season.
that.
No, of Wonder Woman. I don't know if it
Oh,
was
Wonder
season one
Woman,
or
yeah.
season two. So I don't know if it was when
mm.
it did the time jump. But if you go back and watch the first episode, maybe the first two episodes,
Oh, when they were in
it was
Germany.
no. When she was still on the island, man,
When
it
she
was
was
like
still on
deep.
Themyscira,
Oh,
right?
It was
yeah.
dog. It was the same freaking beat for beat what happened in the movie.
The
It was
movie,
just
yeah,
filmed differently. It was a different time. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But it was
yeah.
still competing. She snuck in, and dog, I was
Snuck
so
in,
surprised. 'Cause then again,
got
I don't think I had ever seen the first episode, so I
right,
was so
right.
surprised. That was like, man, this is the new movie, dog.
Bro,
It's just a
yeah,
different
I
time.
remember.
It's filmed from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just being a little jitterbug watching that first episode of freaking Wonder Woman and like, dude,
Oh,
like
bro,
Linda
yeah,
Carter she's tattooed on me, bro. Like it's just
dog.
I
Yeah,
just really think that she is like the epitome of what Wonder Woman should be. But
right.
Snyder took parts of her, right, of Linda, and put it in Gail. But then
Yeah,
when he had Gail, he let her use some of Linda. But then that cold-blooded warrior from the comics, bro, in the
yeah,
first movie,
right.
Wonder Woman was ice cold, dog. Like when she was in that room, she fucked them up in that room like that with that damn shield,
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
listen, that blew me away. Like, damn. So they letting her like do OP Wonder Woman stuff in the comics, and that was the first, like, I guess, introduction to that being beyond the comic book to seeing it on screen. You feel me? So that's why I
Yeah.
love those three characters so much that Snyder brought to life in his vision, even though the movies didn't work out. Now to see what Gunn is going to do with those three, it's just
Scary, bro.
it's
Yeah.
scary, dog. I'm scared.
Yeah.
What happened with Diana?
The good news is,
Because I'm just as passionate about Diana as I am Superman.
Oh, yeah, it
Real
should
talk.
be. Hey,
You know
the
what I
good
mean?
news is this ain't gonna last as long. If Gun jacks up that bad, it ain't gonna last that long, bro.
I don't see it.
It ain't gonna last that long. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it'd be and nothing can. Snyder, that dude didn't stop Snyder. We're saying that, but when you hear that they wanted a Gun to do a Superman, a Batman movie, that's letting me know right there. And whatever, it was 3 movies they asked them to do.
Superman,
That tells me,
Batman, the Themyscira or whatever.
bro, what that tells me is that Warner Brothers had no intentions of. James Gunn didn't stop the Snyderverse. You know what I'm saying? They did not stop the Snyderverse. So regardless, so we were going to be in this place. So the best thing that we can hope is that this dude makes a good enough movie to keep making these things, or go ahead and mess up so we can move on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
I'm ready to move on now.
You're gonna go watch that movie first. I'm proud of you.
We'll see. Vinny, if you had a real quick though, Vinny, if you had a choice out of everybody that you see here, who would you choose?
Oh, the actresses. Yeah, I forget her name already, but Vix, like,
Adria?
definitely most like her. But I feel
Yeah.
like we'll get somebody who is none of them actresses.
It's not gonna be on the list. It's
Yeah.
possible.
Field. I think the actresses, they'll figure that out. I'm usually pleasantly surprised with a lot of casting decisions. It's rare that I try to pick a casting part casting pick apart too much. I think the biggest story here is that we started this DCU off with no word of Wonder Woman, just a Themyscira show.
Yeah.
And for some reason, oddly, auspiciously, right
Yeah.
before Superman drops, now we're back to the focus being on a Trinity again. When that is how that's what we were promised when Zavlav came on board. Then when Gunn showed up, it became about like Swamp Thing and Authority and Creature Commandos and all this other shit that wasn't the Trinity. And I found that very odd because there was a lot of experimental stuff that might be great, but like let's take care of
but that fit his brand
first.
though.
So I thought that this was really interesting thing. Like it almost is like there's numbers that look good for Superman that they're leaning into DCU now. So hopefully it's early reactions. Hopefully it's a good sign for Superman that they're putting more weight into the big three as opposed to what's going on, because this decision is super important, and everything that Gunn had to say about Reeves' Batman is very important too, because I still feel that how Superman goes, the Reeves first goes. And I think that Gunn will have the weight to pull and throw around to say, nah, let's make Brave and Bold the definitive Batman. And I think if Superman drops off next week, the week after it drops, and doesn't come, if it's under 500 mil, I think we see Reeves all of a sudden get back to the script process super fast, and all of a sudden there's a script on Zavlav's table and it's fast tracked. And but I think that if Superman makes close to ability, then all of a sudden Reeves has some passion project that he decided he wants to do, and we don't see the Batman 2. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Superman does, because I feel like the future of DCU and the future of the Reeves first is very strongly dependent on what they do.
It's hanging in the balance,
bro.
So we'll see.
If he messes up my Batman 2, bro, I am going to sign.
That's
you look a little upset.
That's a different discussion.
I'm gonna sign up to the J trash Superman club if he messes with my Batman 2, bro.
So I want to bring this up too real quick. So years ago, I'm talking about back in like 2010, 2012. Years ago, there was supposed to be another iteration of the Justice League. Common was going to actually be John Stewart.
He was going to be John Stewart,
But this actress right here,
what year?
This was back in
like
2010,
2011.
Yeah, 2011, something like that.
Is this the one that the Mad Max director
George Miller
was supposed to do?
George Miller, yeah. So this actress right here, this is Megan Gale.
Oh, wow.
So she was basically supposed to play Wonder Woman. She was going to basically be an iteration of Wonder Woman, and this is what she would have looked like right here.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this picture.
Yeah, this was Megan Gale.
Yeah.
She was basically, when I lived in Australia, at the time, she was basically supposed to portray that character, and she was, like I said, she's a great actress. She's a good actress coming out of Australia, but like I said, you haven't really seen her in too much. She was actually in Furiosa, the first film. You know what I mean? She was in that as well.
Yeah,
but she
the girls.
Which is that? Yeah, she was one of the girls. She was definitely one of the girls. So she was definitely supposed to be in it, but it didn't come into fruition. So it didn't happen. That film just basically it didn't tank, but it just never got a chance to see the
everybody was hyped when he announced Common being John Stewart. Everybody was hyped.
I mean that's when Common was basically making his rounds and doing his thing, especially in the actor role. And people wanted to actually see that, but just it didn't pan out. But you know what? Here's the thing, bro. Like I said, I hope for his sake, for James Gunn's sake, just do it right.
She looks like Linda, real talk.
For sure.
Just do it right, James. We want to see. I mean, again, I don't know if there's going to be any announcements on it anytime soon. Probably not, for a while. But just do it right. But I think in my opinion, I think the actress has already been chosen.
Probably.
Honestly, I think she's
I
already
think so.
showed it. Well, it's just a matter of time when they make that announcement. We just got to kind of wait and see it. So,
but you know what? I think that because when he first announced that he was just doing Superman, Batman, Themyscira. I remember us talking about the jump. We was all mad as hell. Like, yo, how you just gonna have two of them and not have the whole Trinity? So I think he heard the barking, he heard the noise, he heard the barking. Not that he gives a damn, but he heard the barking and the noise about Wonder Woman. How passionate fans are about Wonder Woman. So
But
now
see,
all of a sudden,
it wasn't even just him though. It was Zaslav who basically, before he even came in, Zaslav said that he wanted to focus on the Trinity. He wanted He wanted
right.
I think
so. It was his focus. And I think that basically even people from the inside got in his ear was like, Themyscira before Wonder Woman. That ain't gonna happen,
it ain't gonna happen.
Hey, bro,
Good.
I don't even think nobody got in his ear, dude. I think that dude just be talking sometimes. He said he was only going to write Superman. He said it. I'm only going to write. No, I'm not going to direct. I'm just going to write. And then he came back with I wrote this and I thought about it. It was a pretty cool presentation. Y'all got to go back and check it out. When he announced that he was directing, he made it sound like Vinny, dog. I'm sitting at the table. There's rain. It's raining outside. I saw it. I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, Vinny. You sounded way better.
Listen, Vinny was like, "Hey, baby, I want to paint my art. Do you love it? I need to paint my art. Do you think you love it? Baby, don't be too late. Make my plates, and we'll all be great.
I'm telling you, bro.
Don't make me wait. Do you love it? Baby, do you love it? I'm an artist.
Need to wear that little fedora hat that they wear. What was
up to the side?
Know what it is? Know what it
have
is?
a cigar on a stick, like the fedora and a cigar. Like,
know what it is?
Man.
It's Poetic Justice League.
It's
You ain't never lied, bro.
Spoken like a true geek, baby.
Yes, sir. Never lie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Baby, the canvas is in front of me.
That's it.
Can't you see?
That's it.
I'm
a fan of your work.
Again, Scott, you're on.
Oh man,
this boy, yeah.
Anyway, man. Great show once again, man. Thank you guys for basically being here. Prop, thanks for coming through as always, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Look at your Charlie's. Yo, anyway, man, definitely thank y'all for being here. Prop, what you got going on, man?
I was just heading back home, man. Can't wait to get back home so I can get back to my cinematic lighting with my eyes in the shadow.
With the 3D printers.
With that,
let's go.
So I can show you. Dude, right now I'm in the 1960s hotel. It's clean as hell. It's clean.
Bro, you using the green book? You using the green book?
I think this joint came out of the green book, son. Yo, it's old, man, but it's safe.
Bro.
It's safe.
The sun downtown. Use that green book, boy.
Yeah, baby. Yep. You just can't wait back to get back home, man, and get working, man. And glad to be able to just put eyes on you cats tonight, man. Yo.
Word. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here, man.
We know that Spawn statue is in your carry on. You put it on the night.
Bro, this dude is the only cat that make a Spawn figure better than the one he got.
But he was like,
he put the one down and he paid $400 for. Next to the one he made for absolutely nothing, and it was his.
Man, you know how comic book fans, you know how we are, man. I wanted to Spawn in that exact pose with the cape. It was very specific.
A million times better than the McFarlane one, dog. Your work.
I appreciate it. I'll take the compliment. I'll just take the compliment. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
As always, man. Thank you for being here. Jay, man, what's going on with you, bro?
Nothing, man. This is my last official week of school when I graduate. I'm so glad, though. I'm so tired. My brain is looking out my ears trying to get this shit done. I'm I'm done, man. I'm just want to get it done, bro. I'm happy. I had a great week. I'm almost finished. I'm mad. I just did my midterm today, so my midway point right now. I have a B average, a 91. So I'm trying to stay on that and finish the way out, and have a nice drink at the end.
Yeah,
a bottle of something brown. I'm gonna drink something. I don't know, Hennessy, something.
I feel you, man.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, man, appreciate it, man. Congrats as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you for coming through and being here as always, man. We definitely appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, Vin Dog, man, what's going on, bro?
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this week coming up. I got Star Wars, orchestra in Philly, so I'm excited for that. And that kicks off.
Orchestra playing with the movie. Or is it just the orchestra by
Bruh,
love those, man.
Let me ask you, dog, because I'm gonna be up there in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Right. So are they having them in July anytime, like in that first week at all?
I'll check that theater. Not that theater. I don't think has another one until later in the year. But I'll check to see if it's.
You talking about the big one on Market Street, right?
Yeah, that's the one that's at the Man Theater. But there's
the Man Theater, yeah.
They do that with different movies all over the country. All the world.
They travel.
It's a whole.
Dude, I saw 89 Batman and Ghostbusters.
I seen the
89
with the orchestra joint,
mad, right? Yeah. That joint was mad, and a beautiful date, bro. You know what I mean? The
I gotta take. I'm trying to take it's something like
it's
that.
Unforgivable. Once you see it, it changed everything. It's fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but that kicks off birthday weekend. My birthday Sunday, so I'll be just celebrating this weekend. Just spend time.
Okay, bro. Happy birthday, dude.
Thank you, bro. And just like I'll be doing some getting some new art pieces rolling out soon, and catching up on some reading. Other than that, we'll be back here next week. Comic Talk with Friends to talk more trash or not trash.
Word, you already know, man.
Yeah.
Trash or not trash, baby.
I was at home with my canvas. My lady said, Vinny, what do you want for your birthday? He said, bitch, I want some cookies. I want some nookie. And that's all I want. That's all I want. Am I an artist, baby?
Bro, you gonna have her hit
Am
the
I an
ball,
artist,
dog.
baby? Am I an artist, baby?
Just keep them both flowing. Keep them both.
Classic.
Yo, bro, I can see Vinny now at the next con with a black beret. with a white cape over his shoulder.
Hey, listen.
Artwork,
now
artwork?
We've added, we've now added a new element to a joke that's been long running for like almost 2 years.
It's poetry, baby.
It's poetry. The black beret boy with the little cape over the shoulder and shit, with the white shirt and the black slacks. Then he have a little cigar. His little cigar on his dick.
Story, Vinny, man. It was just what you were saying. I was like, yo, he's describing the rain.
Bro. This man, they gonna ask him, man. You don't smoke a cigar with your hand? How dare you? I don't put these hands on something filthy like that. I just smoke it with a stick.
Yeah, I was like,
a stick. Bro, Vinny,
he gonna be at the cop behind the booth. They gonna be like, "Can I get your autograph, baby? Grab that. They don't hand me. I don't like to be.
I don't like being handed anything.
Don't hand me shit.
I don't put no hand on those filthy pins
Don't
that
put my
set their
hand on
mind.
that. If it's not canvas, I don't touch thee. I don't touch thee. I don't touch thee.
Yeah,
bro.
You want to talk directly to me? You cannot. You talk to my person.
You have to talk to my person. You can't talk directly to me.
Nah, I don't do that.
Dope.
You gotta get the beret, Vinny. You gotta get the beret, bro. The white cape, dog.
Ooh.
That silk white cape gonna kill him.
We talking Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
Right?
Damn, bro.
Tapestry. Tapestry.
Oh, bro.
This tapestry,
bro.
That man backhand the hell out of his old ass, bro.
Yo, it never dies.
It never dies. It's always we just add on more.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
It's like a virus. It just mutates. It just mutates.
It just mutates, bro.
It just mutates, bro.
Yeah.
It just mutates, fam.
Anyway, thank you guys out there for basically being with us. Another successful, great show. We will be back here next Monday. What we got? Say what Wednesday, if they release anything, I don't know. It might be a quiet week. We may or may not have a show. We just got to basically wait. Followed by, I don't know. We're going to be, we will be doing Uncivilized. So we'll definitely be talking about Empire, but also just a couple other things as well. And then
I think Kit Monday's coming, dog. They're doing the whole Jedi Council look like.
Yeah, that's random. That's
Kit Monday's coming.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen. But yeah, great show, everybody out there. Thank you for being in attendance, man. We definitely appreciate y'all.
Oh my God.
I just got to get off here and then lay down and wait for Renz Talentino to send me a little something to say, yo, this is what's out, because you know he always does that.
Yo, he sent me that damn patch
all the time.
Bro, I'm going to order that when I hang
all the
up
time,
this
bro.
Thing.
All the time. That's what he does.
Yeah.
I'm not ordering shit because I'm not net space. I
need that patch, bro.
He said, what do you mean? He said, Manahat just shared a picture of Wolverine. I hope it's tonight. And I was, what? For real? I don't know. We'll see. You're talking about they're talking about the Tiger Stripe might be released from the film tonight. So we just gotta wait.
No, the brown and gold?
No. Remember, the Tiger Stripe is supposed to come. The one that was already out, the yellow and blue.
Oh, from the film. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what else. We just got to kind of wait.
That thing. All right.
So we'll see.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know. We'll definitely see. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Another successful show. We will see you guys next week. Same time, same channel, man. We are out. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. Shout out to Copernicus. Hope you're doing well, brother. And we will talk to you again. Hell, man. We are out. Peace.